Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Balance Podcast, where we get delayed for half hour because Subway takes 45 minutes to deliver.
I still don't even know how, and I just got here.
I genuinely thought it's a murder case. I thought that was going to elaborate.
I am present in two VCs at the same time.
Fucking.
Is Challenge speaking phone?
If anyone says that, this test is getting halted for a moment.
Okay.
Wait, hold
go.
on. Ciao, you're on the podcast. Say hi.
Hi, I'm on the podcast. Hi, I'm on the podcast. Hi.
So does this count as the bingo slot, but Chow shows up?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, we'll count this.
Anyways, we got
Hang
a
on,
lot of
I
characters
gotta
to
switch
go
places
through
real quick.
today.
I can't believe I was on the podcast.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. Never would have expected it. Anyway,
Never would have.
We'll be starting today off with Swaplands and Sea, are thankfully much more innocent than their counterparts.
Finally! Oh wait, this one isn't even a meta quest. I can't even make this joke. Shit.
Yeah, no, but, yeah. Swaplands and Sea, they swap with Fuzzy Dice, and Fuzzy Dice are not out to kill people usually, so, yeah, that's how it goes here.
You see,
I believe
it's
they're-
labeled usually, folks, because Fuzzy Dice becomes an unethical meta progressor if you go the other way around.
Yeah, yeah, also if you get Brimstone.
Wait, what?
Anyways, Blades of Sea are a form changer. You got the sword, wand, and dice weapons. They each have different movesets attached to them. Pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just your everyday form changer.
First up, we got Slice and Dice, which is a dual attack. You got Counter Strike, which is a dodge, which allows you to dodge attacks and hit back with a base attack. Active attack will still hit him, but will proceed the base attack counter. Makes sense. And then Weapon Hand, which gives +3 S charge. Probably nice for that Slice and Dice right there.
Yep.
And then you got Switch, which lets you switch to your wand. Disappeared spell grants invisible for 1 turn, and for 3 more FP, you can also cast them on now to make them invisible for 1 turn as well. I think invisible should be 3 FP, but yeah, whatever. Probably fine. Healing Chant, 5 HP heal. It's good. Rage Blast, 4 damage plus 2 turns of burn. Sure. And then Switch allows you to turn your weapon into a dice. Nice. Yeah. The first dice move is to invert 1 status on anyone. Simple enough. Cycle Spin Down allows you to spin cycle up or down once on someone's cycle move without making the current move use its effects. You make it easy to cycle into better moves or go back to an earlier move for block convenience. This one is probably very funny, actually, if you have, like, someone who's, like... You have someone, like, I don't know, Inverted Fate Papyrus, who has the Supreme Spaghetti at the end of their cycle. You could, like, cycle it backwards to make it go to the end of the cycle.
Yeah. Like, for perspective, there's a character you can use this to get Tone 1 Obama with.
Yeah, I feel like most cases this isn't going to be too useful since Lance and Sea don't have a cycle move themselves, but when it is useful, it's nice.
I mean, would the form change count as a cycle? There's like 3 forms, and you cycle through them.
Well, yeah, but the Switch is free anyways.
I mean, fair.
And then Lucky Roll gives luck up for 3 turns. Not sure if that's worth of a 7 FP, but yeah. Birthright. It's Quick Change. Which probably makes
Alright, getting the hammer from hell now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Eating Splash. Burial's fine. It's like me better HP region in danger.
Yeah.
Final Smash. Lance and Seed are now 2 separate fighters with their stats advantages permanently. So yeah, you basically just get would this basically just be like Electric Charge Tower's Final Smash, where you just get a second guy?
I think so. Oh, right. No, you actually just get him. So the main question
with Final
is,
Smash meter, you just get C for 3 turns.
Main question is if they share the same weapon, or do they each get their own?
I think I'm not sure if this is exactly how it works, but from what it's implied with the switch moves, I think Lance uses the sword, C uses the wand, and then they can switch between who has the dice.
Okay, I see.
Right. So swap Lance and C then. Pretty simple kit, but there's some shenanigans. And of course, quick change is always a good thing to have.
They got distracted trying to add a sticker, which didn't even support. The format's not even supported for whatever reason. It's literally a JPEG. But from what I'm seeing, it's. Tip, I am so effing mad.
I'm thinking either A tier or B tier on this one. It's a pretty simple kit, but all the stuff works well enough, I think. And you can do some funny things.
I think the main reason I'd say A is because quick change is quite literally just a bunch of moves for free. Yeah. I really hate roguelites that just do this, and I will stand by that.
Alright then, A tier it is. Next up, another swap from Kogetsu. We got Nova Swap Shigella. Where they swapped with Spring.
Oh boy. I sure do love Spring. My favorite character in the simulations.
Yeah. First up, you've got Encourage. Encourage too. It's just Encore, but also it has a cooldown. So, I mean, Encore is still good, but yeah. In any case, Energy Overflow. Gain 3 turns of Spring Loaded, which is basically just fast but ouchy.
Fast. Fast but owie. 3 turns.
Yep. Yeah, Spring Loaded.
Let's get energy.
Charge up for 1 turn, then deal 6 damage to a foe. If you have Ready Up, charge up for 1 turn and gain Airborne, and then deal 6 damage. If you have Ready Up, you have 1 turn of evasion instead of Airborne.
You know, I was going to ask for a moment why you'd ever use this over Mega Attack or Chaco Attack, given you're only not really gaining too much for the extra FP point, but then I saw the Airborne stuff.
Yeah, Airborne.
I'm not sure Ready Up even worth it with this one before, though.
Yeah, I mean, every so often you'll encounter a foe that doesn't have a projectile on them easily, and yeah, this is good for that.
I suppose.
Buddy Bounce. Deals 3 damage and inflicts Dizzy for 2 turns.
Some pretty good move properties.
Yep. Jump Scare. Shigella mangles himself to spook an ally. This grants mini crits to them, but also makes Shigella asphyxiated. The ally keeps mini crits as long as Shigella remains asphyxiated. Yeah. Shigella's free to get out of asphyxiated whenever, but that also removes mini crits from the ally.
So my question is how.
But I feel like it's not quite worth it. Mini crits is good, don't get me wrong, but Shigella being asphyxiated is probably not good.
Shigella may be choking right now, but at least I get 1.5 times damage on all my moves.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if there's 3 FP, this would probably be good. Because mini crits, I believe, is 3 FP per turn. So, but yeah, as it stands, not sure about it. Especially since I feel like with Shigella in particular, you can always throw on Encourages to give your allies an extra move, which can also be double damage in a way.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh god, I think they can hear us.
Oh, whoops, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot to deafen myself in the other call, my bad.
You hate to see it. Right.
Anyways,
so,
what is asphyxiated?
How are you on 2 calls anyways? Genuinely curious.
2 accounts.
I see.
Different people.
Yeah,
what does asphyxiate do though?
Accounts. He has 70 alternative accounts, don't you know?
You're talking while using alt?
I know, impossible.
Anyways, right.
Oh my god!
Sky High grants himself an ally medal for 1 turn. This really doesn't feel worth it.
Here's my question: you're going to the air, right? How the hell do you get metal out of this?
I don't know. But I feel like this would be alright if it weren't for the stock count. Like 4 is a decently high number. Like you might not run into it, but also at the same time, I gotta wonder why it's there.
Yeah, I do
Feels like the
not like
carryover
stock
from
down.
Spring's kit, if anything, or Shigella's. Either way.
Yeah.
Anyways, Birthright. For 2 FP for allies, Shigella can transfer 1 positive status of any kind to his ally, starting from its current turn counter. Neat.
Yeah.
Dislodge Spring. Gain a wide charge. Cool. Final
Cool.
Smash. Deals 10 accurate damage and gives him 30 turns of dodge and Sugar Rush. You also get caffeinated forever.
Not the best final smash, honestly.
Yeah. It's not the worst, but there's definitely better.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, compare that to
so,
Spring for a second.
I mean, this one's all right. I feel like a B tier on this one. Like I feel like the Encore is never going to be bad, but and like there's some other good stuff here. I feel like just kind of I feel like it's just good. Nothing super amazing.
Yeah, it seems decent enough. I can see what you can do with this kit. Just kind of on the weaker end.
Yeah. They give people extra moves, and that's about it, unless you want to asphyxiate yourself.
You just asphyxiate yourself. No!
Anyways, TTC Stingray.
From the TTC.
The phrase "the TTC" bothers me because the TTC stands for the Tentacles Core. You're saying the Tentacles Core.
Yes, okay. It's the tentacles core.
Anyways, right. So TTC Stingray. What the hell am I looking
Told
at?
me to turn the Stingray into a fantasy sky creature. So I went and unleashed them all over the TTC.
Subject him to horrors beyond our comprehension.
Yes.
Right. So, first up, we got Stingray Soar, which grants airborne for 3 turns. Lovely.
Traditional.
Prey Sands. Grants both Hungry and Tool Assisted for 2 turns. Hungry, remind me what that is.
And I think it's +1 POW, base attacks deal double damage. Let me just fact check that.
Yep. Double
Powerful
base
stuff.
attack POW and specials do +1 damage. It's the inverse
Yeah.
of stuffed, I believe.
Additionally, you go and hunt anyone that's off the field.
Yeah, Tool Assisted. I guess that's a thing we're just having here. Toxin
Yes.
Sting. Deals 2 piercing damage and inflicts disease for 3 turns. Nasty.
Yeah.
Also, if TTC Stingray is airborne, remove that and add 1 more stack of diseased.
If airborne's nearly ending, it's a thing you can
this
do.
seems quite good, especially considering how disease stacks work.
Yeah, you can just kind of click the button a few times and then just let them get poisoned to death.
Yep. Talon Slash. Slash an enemy twice with long talons, dealing 2 damage twice and inflicting bleed for 3 turns. If currently airborne, 1 turn is used up on use of this move to add an extra hit, and if hungry, they heal for the damage done with this move at the cost of losing the status.
Particularly good if you can stack both of them.
Yeah, I can imagine. Poisonous Power. Gain Toxic for 2 turns, but also Poison Hater. Status Plus extends both timers. If TTC Stingray is currently hungry, it is removed and both Toxic and Poison Haters are extended by its duration. Poison Hater is quite strong with how many statuses it counters, so obviously,
Quite
in
the
this case,
laundry.
it would only really be for diseased.
But like, they're common enough.
Yeah, no, you see Poison statuses a lot.
Yeah. Good pairing with Poison Gas Cloud.
Yep.
Or Poison Gas Cloud's worst enemy.
Tentacle Capture, which has 4 different possible clauses to it. Hilarious. Deals 3 damage and inflicts ensnared for 1 turn by default, but if they can't be immobilized, inflicts -1 power for 2 turns instead. If used while airborne, instead of grabbing instead, you grab the target and pull them upwards. Then, it's removing both them and the stingray from the fight for the next turn. Once it drop down, deals an additional 4 damage. It also ends airborne. Will also work on bosses, though stingrays given priority in using the move and dropping them back in these situations. Strict can only be pulled on them once before they start fighting advanced it, becoming immune to the grab. If Strafe
The
uses the
context
move hungry, they'll bite down on the opponent after grinding out, dealing an extra hit of 3 damage. This isn't buffed by the damage moves you get from hungry, but the first one is fair game, and it will work with the airborne interaction. And fourthly, if Stingray has 50% or less HP remaining, or has an anger-related status effect, this move costs 3 FP or more, and instead of any status this move would inflict, instead gives Parasite for 3 turns. They tend to swap
Tend to
LK
swap
versions
LK.
specifically. Thankfully, this sim patches out the tentacle parasites in due time, else we'd have more people with tentacle obsessions in the world.
So Getsu's greatest dream. The tentacle spread.
It's kind of wild how much this move has come since its original incarnation of just 3 damage plus ensnared. You got half a page's description here.
If you can't tell, Stingray's main thing is the combo character. You can just combo a bunch of statuses together for funny things.
Yeah.
I had ideas of tentacle capture.
It's a nice way to make a character.
Yeah.
Anyways, Final Smash. Gain +4 diff for 1 turn, and on the next turn, deal 2 accurate damage 3 times, and inflict Mega Parasite for the rest of the fight. Mega Parasite, for those unaware, gives you permanent -1 efficiency, and also replaces your entire moveset with Heartbeat's moveset, except for Mokai's Call. Dude, this was indirectly nerfed when Heartbeat got buffed, but it's probably still good, just by merit of the opponent doesn't have their original kit anymore.
We're playing an
Definitely
entirely
could
different
score
game.
for a lot.
It's like one of those statuses that just came to my head, and it's like, yo, why not? Let's roll with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a status.
Of all time in the simulations.
I don't think it would work on bosses, but like if you can use it right, then yeah, have
I
fun.
imagine on bosses it'd probably be like I imagine on bosses you'd probably get like 3 turns and make a parasite or something. Because like there's no way the boss would let you throw it on them forever.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely not.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, I want to fight the Heartbeat boss fight.
The Hard D division.
Again.
Oh boy, I can't wait for Hunty to get a gun and shoot me.
Anyways, first right, TTC Stingray gains preserved on use of Prey Sense. Basically, just makes it so you probably can't remove these statuses easily.
And also it pairs with the fact that you kind of remove this stuff with your moves.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, actually. Neat. Eden's Blessing gives 12 FP, but can only be used by and on TTC Stingray. So, yeah.
Probably pretty good with Soul Eden.
Yeah, this character does seem to have to spend at least a decent amount of FP to get this stuff going.
Yeah. Nothing like a good old-fashioned Bowser Eden's Blessing to help with that.
Yep. Probably, I'm kind of thinking A tier on this one. Just have so many things they can do with, especially with Poison Hater right there, and various,
Yeah, also worth mentioning the very rare tool assisted alongside all of this.
Yeah, tool assisted is one of those things that doesn't really matter until it does.
Then the Eiffel Tower goes down.
You know, something that just occurred to me. Yeah, say you got like 4 TTC Stingrays or something, or even just 2. You know, what I'm seeing here is you get one of them to do the airborne tentacle capture, while the other one got prey sense with tool assisted, and then have the second one just bully the guy you brought into the air. Because mind you, tool assisted means you can target this guy that's removed from the field.
The Stingrays hunt in groups.
Yeah, I'm thinking A tier on this one. It's been wacky, but it all just combos together pretty well by design.
Yeah. I like this moveset. It's funny.
Yeah, I can see why. Next up, I believe this is our first Darkbee character on the sheet because I forgot to put the actual Darkbee moveset on here for like until like 600 characters down. So say hello to Darkbee's first character, Kron.
Hi, Kron. Sorry we forgot Darkbee's existence for a while.
Yeah. Anyways, this character's probably been reworked at least once. But yeah. Anyways.
Wait.
Kron.
V3 implies it's got reworked twice.
First step, you got Burning Blow, which inflicts burn for 4
Anyway,
turns,
we'll be right
and
back.
if you do it again before the burn ends, the timer's refreshed and burn is turned to the Hellfire, which pretty good, I would say.
Yeah.
Hellfire is strong.
Yeah, you just keep stacking it anyway. Why not
Yeah.
get the upgrade?
Overpowered Freezer. With a sword, Kron makes a fridge. The fridge then starts to load something without disturbing Kron. After a turn, the fridge launches a huge frost ray at the opponent. Right, so it's a delay attack that deals the alright. Darkbee formats his docks weird. Deals delay attack that deals 6 damage after the delay, and I believe it also is it just 6 damage?
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
It might just be 6 damage. That's really bad if that's just 6 damage, actually. Just use Mega Attack.
Hold on, let me
point,
see
like,
this. Let me see this
I
shit.
don't know if I'm rating this wrong or what. That looks like it's a Mega Attack on a delay for more than the cost of a Mega Attack. Maybe the Frostbite is. Maybe it's
Alright,
Frostbite by default. Maybe I'm not sure.
If Magic Bullet Ice is used at the same time, let the bullet hit, then an extra 3 damage and 2 stacks of Frostbite from the ray.
Yeah, okay, so it's just.
So I think the idea is that you're supposed to use another move to make this do more shit.
Yeah, I guess I still wouldn't have this cost more than the cost of a Mega Attack, though, by default. That feels weird. Huh.
Fair. I just noticed that detail, so I wanted to point it
Yeah.
out.
Anyway, speaking of Magic Bullet, you got these 6 bullets, which all do different things. You got 5 damage flammable, 1 damage volted, 4 damage shiver, 3 damage -1 death, 4 damage targeted, 2 damage life leech. They're all 5 SP, and also there's also a normal bullet that does 7 damage.
When I'm looking at this, I'm starting to realize that you actually have even more of a point on the overpowered freezer, since the ice bolt can only be used once, and you have to cycle through everything else just to use it again.
And also, I hate to bring up status interactions, but this does feel like a character that is negatively affected by that, because fire and ice don't mix.
Yeah, this is probably why Unmixable exists, now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and this
Is
character
one-
would need it more than Spellbound would, I think. Since he has to go through all of these.
Yeah.
Anyways, rock and roll. Grant inflicts speed down on all foes for 1 turn, and deals 3 damage 2 times if there's a single boss.
This
Oh wait,
sounds
right.
bad.
Dark. Right. Okay. It's good. This is going to be really annoying for Darky's dog, but yeah, this is 3 damage to 3 targets and speed down for 1 turn, which why bother at that point? And in a single, if there's only 1 foe, it deals 3 damage twice. Don't be able to get it, but yeah, okay, it's 3 damage to 3 foes, or 3 damage twice, and it inflicts speed down for 1 turn.
What are
I
you
don't know why
doing
you'd
with
even
the
bother
speed
at that
down
point
here?
with the speed down, but hey, it's there.
Like with something like DDoS, you get it for longer than a singular turn. What the hell are you cooking with this?
Yeah. Anyways, World Tree Leech. Kron grows a flower at his opponent's foot, and then instantly grows into a gigantic tree. The adversary, caught in his roots, will be drained of his energy. This energy is then transferred into Kron or one of his friends who decides so. It deals 6 damage and heals him for the damage dealt. Kind of expensive, but also these Zap Attack type moves are generally pretty good, so I kind of see why.
Yeah. You gotta love Zap Attack. I barely use the thing because, like, you have to stack it to get Leech Attack, which is also really good. But, like, it's a good enough line.
Magical Focus. Gain a status charge and Brainiac for 1 turn. I feel like that'd be really good on a character that isn't this. Well, no, it can still work pretty well with Burning Blow, I think. since that's burn
Oh,
and
really?
potentially hellfire.
It's
You got
technically
that at
its
least.
only actual interaction, huh?
Yeah. I guess you're not really ever really
Hmm.
forced to use the ice bullet, so you can just wait it out. But yeah, still not best that that's there and stuff. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Anyways, noxious rain. Cloud summons a black cloud above an opponent. The cloud then begins to rain on the opponent, deals 3 damage per turn. Cloud is 3 HP and no death. If Cloud plays 6 FP, the Cloud inflicts a thunderclap, deals 5 damage to target without interrupting the 3 damage or using Karan's turn. Okay,
I was
one seems
questioning
like
why you'd
it's-
ever pay for 5 POW, but then I noticed the fact that you technically get a fast attack with that.
Yeah, it seems alright.
Yeah, fast attack was actually good.
Yeah, and even so, the base 3 power, 3 HP, 3 power 7 seems okay too. Might not be worth 7 FP, but yeah, actually, no, that seems about right. Anyways,
Maybe you
Elemental Outburst inflicts overexposed for 2 turns before the hit, and then Kron deals 2 hits with his weapon on the target. Deals. Yeah, attack is elemental based, fire, ice, and electric at the same time. Funny.
It's nice
Uh,
with the burn attack.
Yeah,
Wait, why is
and
this
also,
on F? Oh, I
yeah,
see. You get the overexposed before you hit them the 6 damage, so you're technically doing 9.
yeah, that's quite good actually.
Yeah, that is
So it's
it.
basically 9 damage plus sensitive for 2 turns, so that's neat.
Yeah.
Anyways, also this has a 3-turn cooldown, but yeah, I guess it's an expensive move, so you probably wouldn't be spamming it anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, Birthright. Kron can now use 2 elements of Magic Bullet at the same time, like Elect plus Darkness. He can fuse them together on one. But if it does that, the bullet does no damage. This also makes it deal 2 recoil to Kron, which I'm not sure which of these combos you'd really want. I mean,
Honestly,
you're spending 6 FP
flammable.
plus or 5 FP plus 2 recoil. You maybe -1 death plus life leech. I could see that being worth it.
You could set up flammable too for the ending play with that one move.
Yeah. Anyways, Eden's Blessing spawns a sandbag with 5 HP, 1 POW, and permanent magnetized.
Wait, okay, you're missing a very important detail. It's a Giga Chad sandbag with a baseball bat.
Anyways, Final Smash.
Wait, on a side note, I do want to point out this is way better than an average summon you should be getting for 125 coins.
Yeah, I'm guessing just because it has 1 POW, but yeah, that seems quite good for Eden's Blessing.
A bit absurd.
Yeah. In any case, deals 10 damage. Hold on. Kron transforms and attacks his opponent in flame range. It's like doing Solar Star, which inflicts conflagration for 3 turns and costs 4 FP. And he gains permanent burnified and until he takes 10 damage, and he's also just is allowed to use Solar Storm during that duration.
I think I heard a foghorn moment in that bonafide. That's Solar Storm.
Yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, just being allowed to inflict conflagration for so cheap for a little while is probably good. Not sure if it's Final Smash worthy, but conflagration is a strong status, so
I'd have to double check the cost on King Dice real quick, but yeah, that is a potentially really good move.
The special move feels like the only part of the Final Smash that's really like Final Smash level, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a very weird Final Smash, I'll say that much. Right, so, in any case,
Yeah, you're getting this at
because,
oh,
this is weird. Like, a lot of this stuff seems really good, a lot of this stuff just does not work together. Like, anything involving the fridge doesn't really, or the freezer doesn't really work, but, some of this stuff does seem pretty good. So, I don't know.
I respect what he's cooking, but at the same time, this kit just feels like some of the things just don't really collide well with each other.
Yeah.
It's like a dish which he didn't really know how to season.
Yeah.
I've had a cooking analogy here. I don't know how to continue it.
Honestly, I feel like I kind of want to put him in A tier for one reason, and that is magical focus into burning blow. This effectively inflicts a double damage burn for 8 turns if you do that combo, and that's just really, really strong.
Hmm. I mean, that is 16 damage.
No.
Is that big on the board?
That is 32 damage.
Oh.
Because, mind you, this is a status charge
no.
and Brainiac. Brainiac burn would be 4 damage, and because it's status charge, it lasts for 8 turns instead of 4.
So I think Flask may need to be updated to account for this new technology.
Yeah, there's some other good stuff you can
I'm
do
not
with this
opposing
character
it.
too. I
probably
think
say
it's probably worth A tier despite the freezer not being that great. Like, this character has more than 4 moves. You can just ignore the freezer if you want.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to bring the magic bullet either. Anyways, next up, we got Pichu from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it's... Yeah, okay, it says Smash Bros. Pichu, so...
From Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. For whatever
Gimmick.
reason... I have no idea what you just said.
I said hurt.
Yeah. Anyways, for whatever reason, Pichu can't really control his electric moves. He's no seem to cause harm in him, causing his moves to cost HP rather than FP. Equipping Verge makes it so that any FP costing moves, including bad moves, are usable. As well, FP saver badges don't affect Peach's electric moves due to them specifically costing HP. I guess Lifesaver's a lifesaver.
Me when flower badges.
Yep.
God.
Yeah.
So this is what Caleb's going to be using it to advertise Lifesaver.
Yeah. Thunder Jolt deals 2 piercing electric damage. Cool. Green Missile. Charge up for a turn. Then the following turn gain priority and deal 8 electric damage.
Wait, why does he have Green Missile? He's Pichu, not Luigi.
But, whatever.
Does Luigi know about this?
What?
Does Luigi know about this? I feel like he needs to know. Somebody's stealing his gimmicks.
Luigi gave him permission.
Oh shit, actually?
Anyways, agility, gain priority, and deal 1x2 AoE electric piercing damage. Anyways, Thunder. Deal 10 piercing electric damage, but also Pichu gains battered for 2 turns and is unable to use that move during this time. Battered, by the way, is all electric moves have -1 pound negative priority, and if you haven't noticed, all these moves are electric.
Oh boy, I sure can't wait to move last for the rest of the game. Or 2 turns, but
anyways,
realistically, it can be the rest of the game. That is a big HP cost.
You also got Nasty Plot, which is +4 charge, Reversal, which deals 2 damage, but the lower you're on HP you are, the higher damage it deals, which, yeah, it starts to get good in danger, at least.
You know, it's particularly funny given the fact that this character is probably going to be down and can actually probably reasonably get to the pale damage range.
Yeah, I mean, you could just use Thunder Jolt and just work your way into peril that way.
Yeah. To give this character this, while he's going to be on the pavement really fast, he's probably one of the better characters with peril because of just how much you can probably get down to it with some of these costs.
Yeah, he has good control over his HP at the very least. I'll give him that much. And Reversal means he can actually take advantage of being at that low HP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Birthright, it's Lifesaver. Except it can make the moves free. But if it does make a move free, the move has a 1-turn cooldown.
What do you mean I can't spam Reversal?
Well, you can't spam reversal anyways. It's an FP move.
Yet.
Yeah, so, Pichu, HP cost.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I do like the gimmick. That said, I do feel like this is probably going to screw over Pichu more than it will help him.
Yeah, there's definitely some things you can do with it. I think this probably lands around B tier.
Hmm.
If nothing
It's
else,
the
this makes
main
a good
issue.
danger character, if you want to go for that.
It's just the main issue is that what are they gonna be doing when they get into danger? Because none of those special moves really synergize with Safer Reversal, which
Yeah.
actually not.
And it's kind of why I think it's probably just B tier and not anywhere higher.
Yeah. If they had more than just Reversal, I'd see a fair argument.
There's plus for charge what it's worth, but yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't really have a way to use that all too well. Best way you could do it is like with agility, and for what it's worth, this would be a pretty devastating AoE, but still, that's agility and that's 7 HP cost, so yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
It's a bit wonky. But there are definitely things you can do here.
Yeah. Anyways, we got the Tumble man.
Did hold on. Okay, let me just yep, okay, that's Dementio. Did we okay, right. I forget where if we remove the later Dementio or what. Nope, he's still here. Because he's not
I
right
am
here on the
still need
tier
to
list
update this.
icon, which is leading me to believe he's most likely sitting somewhere lower on the tier list. Or is he?
For the record, I still need to update the list in general. I've just been dreading it since there's like 1,600 characters.
I see. And well, I thought
When I do it, I'm dragging you guys in the call with me. There's no escape.
Hold on. I feel like this. Hold on. Let me look at the tier list real quick. Okay, he's on the year. So this is a bit confusing because I don't see him next to the other Super Paper Mario characters on here on the tier list, which I think I may have forgotten to put his icon on here.
Only Dementio.
God freaking dang it! Do you want to look at him now, or should we just come back to him when we look at the other Super Paper Mario baddies?
Your call.
I'm inclined to say we look at him when we look at those guys, since we can just. They're all part of a group. It makes sense.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Jeff, the talking mongoose. Okay, to give credit, this is one of the funnier character names.
Alright.
Alright, now you need to get immersed into the lore of Jeff the talking mongoose. Okay, just quickly skipping past it.
Ventriloquism. Use it both you and an opponent's turn to cast a spell that the opponent knows. Cost depends on which move is selected. If you select the same move twice, then ventriloquism no longer works. In 1v1 battles, and this becomes a one-time use only.
This is really bad. Like, I see the potential, but, like, there is way too much restriction to the fact that you can't use the same move twice, and with how high of an FP cost you have to spend just to cast them.
For what it's worth, it does use up the opponent's turn, so you can at least use it as a immobilization that way. It's like immobilization plus soft copy, I see.
I did not notice that part, but at the same time, if you're spending one usage on this move, like, this is a stock cap move.
Yeah. Anyway, Spectrify. Gain Intangible and Blackout for 2 turns. So basically, you're probably fine, but if something, you're probably safe, but if something can't hit you, it's gonna hurt.
The PTC Stingray in the distance.
Yep. Firmamentus. Gain Airborne for 3 turns. Cool.
Amazing.
Tough Talk. Gain +1 power for the turn, and swap one of the moves you brought to the battle for another move that you didn't. You will have to swap this move out upon doing a third time. Okay, so it's like
I'm
power
realizing,
swap, but with a but also with +1 power attached. It's funny, but probably not all that practical.
I'm realizing a lot of these moves go for comedy value more so than practicality, which, while very base, it does have its downsides.
Yeah. Mouse Hunt. Inflicts magnetized on an opponent and chase around an ally for 2 turns. Magnetized doesn't really mean much when it's just kind of there on its own, but something.
Actually, I do see like one purpose for this. You're inflicting magnetized on the opponent, correct?
Yep.
If the opponent has summons and you use an AoE, where do all the chaser attacks go? Because they're each all single hit.
I don't know if it works like that or not, but if that is how it works, then funny mega magnetized moment, I guess.
It's only a matter of time, okay?
Yeah. Terrify. Inflicts frighten for 2 turns. Cool.
Yes.
Shoves or stove stopper. Cancels any elemental attack the target uses and inflicts 2 turns of snuffed. Snuff makes all elemental attacks do half damage and disables them from inflicting elemental statuses. Cancel out the statuses that change the element of your moves.
I mean, it seems funny enough, but at the same time, it's element specific.
I feel like I'm not entirely. I feel like if this is only a counter, like this feels like a counter because like it cancels elemental attacks, so it might just inflict snuffed anyways. Not 100% sure on this though. This character has a lot of. Okay, I can see why you have tough talk. This character does have a lot of moves.
Yeah.
Anyways, weird noises and clanking chains. Alternates between 2 separate moves each turn, regardless of if this was used or not, so basically on odd turns you get weird noises, which removes 1 buff from the opponent. And on even turns, inflicts 1 turn of fear onto the target. Fear is at least good, you know?
If you got
I don't
any
think this
good
character
AoE attack.
necessarily has much ways to use it, but, just get an ally with, like, a mega attack or something, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Oh, hey, maybe that's a usage for fun. Just use a 9 damage attack.
Inflicts magnetized on an opponent and repelled on Jeff both for 1 turn. Faith applies +1 power to all allies for 1 turn. And Truth reverses damage done by any one of Jeff's mean tricks, thus healing an opponent and himself by 2 HP. If Jeff still has Ventriloquism or Tough Talk, and one may choose to disable any one of those moves instead of healing their opponent.
Truth is just objectively terrible, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really
Birthright.
think moves make it.
It's Special Move Plus. That sure is Special Move Plus.
Oh boy, Special Move Plus. I can't wait to see that. To give some credit, this was during a time where it was locked behind Battle's menu.
Yeah. In any case, Final Smash. Split the atom. This is not a literal example of nuclear fission, but rather an extra flashy attack that would supposedly destroy anyone who would fall under its wave cannon. Jeff applies 9 stacks of off-guard to the opposition spread however he pleases, charges up a fish stack, and rather than falling through with his bold endeavor, Jeff decides to conveniently cancel his attack and instead uses his next turn for something more useful.
Amazing.
Ready up will not work because Jeff seemingly always has just 1 more turn to charge for this bastard.
I like this character. He's not that good, but I like this.
It's probably about C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a good character, Velcro, just not a very strong character.
I do appreciate the addition of mongooses into the simulations. Thank you for this.
Yeah. Next up on the list is Leiron, but I only included the most recent iteration of Leiron on the tier list, so we're skipping it until we get to that Leiron. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. So the actual next one is Olimar, and specifically Xiao's Olimar.
From Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch.
This one is not that one. I'm fine reading this. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Alright, Emil. It's just us now. We have to read this entire passive for the audience.
It's just me, you, and my army of Pikmin. Isn't that right, Pikmin?
Graggle Simpson will be so proud. Alright, so these Orma can't do anything without his Pikmin. However, his Pikmin are always by his side, a leader to his troop. These Pikmin do not have individual health. Instead, hitting a cover Pikmin will kill off 6 of that type per hit. 2 Pikmin lost with 1 the damage. There are plenty of ways to gain more Pikmin, but one of each type.
Okay, Pikmin, go back. Go back to your room. Anyways, let's take a look at this.
Alright. So, you can't do anything without his Pikmin. And for up to 6 die per hit, 2 point of damage if you target a color. Plenty of ways to gain more, but they always have 1 of each main type. 5 main types of Pikmin, starting with 10 each. 2 types exclusive to another move. For everyone's sake, I'll cover the 7 here and color code them. Red are immune to fire, fire attacks cannot damage them, and they deal 2 damage per 5 stacked on an enemy. Yellow Pikmin, lighter, immune to electricity, and carry bomb rocks. They knock airborne foes out of the sky. Screw you, Sparrow. Omer cannot be immobilized by any foe who has more than 10 yellow Pikmin on him. That's the original Pikmin type. Blue Pikmin have the ability to breathe underwater, immune to ice attacks, and generally have higher bulk, only losing up to 4 at a time. I can barely read what Rock Pikmin says, so I'm gonna have to pull out the doc for this. Crystallized rocks are the big crystals. Rock Pikmin deal double damage to shields, but cannot latch onto foes, instead dealing 2 damage per 5 on a foe every other turn. Cannot hit airborne foes, and share the same durability as Blue Pikmin.
I'm back, by the way.
Wait, LK is clearly here. He moved it down.
I
Oh,
said
no.
I'm back.
I did not notice. Fine. I'll finish off reading. Winged Pikmin are the last type of Pikmin with an onion and can, well, fly. Winged Pikmin are always airborne. When doing tasks off the field, they complete them twice as quickly. However, they are the weakest Pikmin type, doing 1 damage per 10 Pikmin on a foe, and being able to lose up to 10 of them every hit. The Purple Pikmin, introduced in Pikmin 2, and can only be grown via candy pop buds. These little fellas don't have any immunity to durability increase, but they hit very hard, dealing immediate 1 damage per 2 Pikmin thrown onto an enemy, and dealing 2 damage per 5 on a foe after the fact. However, they take 2 turns to turn to armor after whistling. The White Pikmin. Final type covered here, as I see Chow guarded it in the dock.
He's in the
got another
Pikmin
one,
podcast. Get them. Chow, I have you live on phone. What do you have to say to the audience?
I realized I needed that ice segment.
You realize you're going to die for this, right?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Mr. Chow on speakerphone on this whole thing.
Okay, go back to the basement.
Ice Pikmin will be added post-podcast!
Alright. In any case, White Pikmin are the last one, I think.
The final type covered here. White Pikmin are only grown via candy pop buds. They can dig up buried treasure with their sight and are poisonous. They complete off-field tasks twice as fast, and when killed, they deal 1 damage per 2 Pikmin killed. In addition, for every 10 on the foe, the opponent gains 2 stacks of poison until they're thrown off. And that's every Pikmin type. Alright, now let's get on to the actual moveset. Oh yeah, by the way, you can only hold a maximum of 100 Pikmin at a time.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, you have the rest of this. That was a very long amount of reading.
Yeah, so I went to the bathroom in the time it took to read that. Anyways, delegation. Olimar sends a maximum of 20 Pikmin off to Louis to do tasks on the field. There are 4 tasks he can do. Ready up another badges do not work on this move. Louis does not wear badges. He eats them. Pikmin growth. Louis finds pellets to send to the onion. Growing 1 Pikmin of each per 3 of each type he finds per turn. With winged Pikmin, this is 2 per 3. You cannot grow more white or purple Pikmin beyond this move. This move ends when Louis is told to do something else. When that happens, all gained Pikmin and the Pikmin sent out are now usable. Candy Pop Buds. Louis takes the Pikmin and converts them to either white or purple Pikmin. For every 3 ascend, you will see either 2 white or purples. This takes 2 turns to complete, regardless of type. Hello.
Okay, so Chow, explain what happens to the third Pikmin of each type you send out to get the white or purple ones.
Wait, what?
Where does that one Pikmin that does not get turned into white or purple inconspicuously go?
Hey, Unbe and Jerry, die real quick.
Wait, what?
Rest in peace.
Thank you.
Oh my god,
Hi, guys.
Oh, Jerry was dead. I was
Rest in
dead.
rip.
I'm not anymore. Bye, guys.
Hello there.
Jerry came back from the dead.
No!
Anyways, though, this seems like a move that you get Pikmin from, and then it helps you create more out of those Pikmin, right? Like, is this probably the move that gets the moveset started?
Yeah.
I see.
And for as for where that one Pikmin goes, let's just say a Bulbor beats him on the way because Louis is bad at his job.
So will the Bulbor be getting a moveset?
Anyways,
2027.
treasure collecting. Louis will collect treasures.
Hey, I will
How
put
many
that on the
Pikmin you
calendar.
send, you'll see coins after 4 turns. Faster with the majority are winged or white Pikmin. 5 Pikmin, 50 coins, 10 Pikmin, 75 coins, 15 Pikmin, 100 coins, 20 Pikmin, 150 coins. You get quite a few coins out of this. Just it's gonna take a while no matter what. This can be repeated with the same squad of Pikmin, but Louis will lose 1/4 of your initial squad every run and can run out of Pikmin.
Thanks, Louis. Very cool.
And lastly, we have construction. Louis will build bridges for you and your teammates. This takes a minimum 8 turns to complete. Every 5 Pikmin lowers this by 1, and as usual, white winged Pikmin lower this by 2, down to 2 turns. Once completed, your team will receive either +2 power for 2 turns, +2 def for 2 turns, or +3 F for 2 turns. Once this buff runs out, the bridge will be destroyed and you'll need to wait 4 turns to build another. So, good AoE buff if you're willing to wait for the Pikmin to build their things.
Alright, so what I'm seeing, you get the buff because everybody's just looking at the bridge and they think it's really cool, which inspires them to do better.
Good.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
It's definitely pretty potent if you can get to it. As I've seen,
Yeah.
AoE buffs are very,
the main
very
thing
strong.
is just you gotta build up your Pikmin
Drew out his
first,
way
as
to
far as
bring
I can
3
tell.
buff boosters.
Yeah.
So I believe. So you start with 5 of the. Just to be clear, you start with 5 or 10 red, yellow, blue, rock, and winged Pikmin.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems like a good starting amount, especially
You will not
most
start
of
with
the
any
stuff
ice,
works up to
purple, or
20.
white.
So yeah,
If it's an AoE attack and you hit every single Pikmin pile at once.
Yes. That is Olimar's weakness.
yeah. Right.
Alright.
So throw. Olimar throws up to 10 Pikmin at any number of foes. Unless mentioned otherwise, every Pikmin does 1 damage for 5 on the opponent. Once the opponent attacks the Pikmin on them, so the damage dealt is half or more than the number of Pikmin of the foe, half of them are knocked off and die, while the other half return to Olimar. This is split to half of each type on the opponent if applicable. So like this, it's like, is it possible to just like have like you're throwing 10 Pikmin onto the opponent to beat by default, and like I assume you can throw more than that over multiple turns. Like I assume like say the opponent does like a power attack and doing 4 damage. If they did another power attack the following turn, would that knock off the Pikmin? Since they've taken.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering because like if that wasn't the case, that this feels like something you could just once you have like enough Pikmin on there, they're never getting off.
Yeah, damage accumulates with shaking.
Yeah, okay.
Something where you build up to a lot of DOT damage or EOT damage.
Alright, so if I throw my pile of 100 Pikmin on an opponent, what can they do?
That will take you 10 turns.
Okay,
but yes, theoretically, if you got that, that would require 50 damage to remove.
Alright, but what if I get 3 pocket shells to alley the ever-loving shit out of Olimar?
That's Olimar's strengths.
Yep. Anyways, Whistle. Olimar recalls all attacking Pikmin. All Pikmin take 1 turn to return except for purples. Pikmin who are returning take double losses. Fun.
Fun.
Anyways, lastly we have Swarm. Olimar takes his entire squadron and swarms an enemy, placing 20 Pikmin on them per turn, prioritizing white Pikmin first, followed by Winged, yellow, red, blue, red, rock, and finally purple Pikmin. Pikmin who are swarming take double the losses and take 1 extra turn to be whistled back.
So yes, you can theoretically mob them with 100 Pikmin, but it's going to use your the worst attackers first.
Noted.
Feels almost like a last ditch effort.
It's like
Yeah,
Swarm is
like if you
Swarm
want-
is a stronger throw, but it makes you take more losses and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Alright. Overall notes. Partner badges do not work on Pikmin. However, power buffs and death buffs on Olimar add a flat number of damage and reduction of losses to Pikmin. 10 purples do 6 damage with plus 2 pound, no more than that. Conversely, debuffs do the opposite.
Basically,
add a flat
if you buff
reduction to pound
Olimar,
and
it
loss.
buffs the Pikmin as well, but only just the not per Pikmin.
Got it. When it comes to AoE attacks, they can be directed to the Pikmin in any configuration, hitting the same type multiple times if desired. However, AoEs can only hit the Pikmin 3 times maximally, even if they hit all foes or more than 3 foes.
Yeah, and if anything else comes up, I can just add it mid. I can add that too, but so far he hasn't really seen use.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those
What you
characters
need
that
to
really
do
gotta
is go bring-
commit. You have to commit to this character. You can't just pull them out willy-nilly.
Yeah,
I do respect your commitment to making the accurate characters as you've described them.
yeah, it's
So
fine.
when do we
And
see the
when it works, it
pre-appeal?
works.
Hell yeah.
Birthright. Olimar can now throw up to 15 Pikmin at a time. This feels like it might just kind of make Swarm almost worthless, because like it costs more FP, it only gives 5 more Pikmin with the Birthright, and yeah.
Are you ready for me to edit the doc in real time again?
Let's go.
God. Faster Pruders.
They're not going to be changed out your band. Your band.
Anyways, end of day. Olimar recalls all his Pikmin and leaves the field for 4 turns. However, the dangerous Bulborb takes over the field with 20 HP, 5 POW, and 0 death. After the 4 turns
Not
are
the
up, Olimar
Bulborb.
returns to the field. What happens if the Bulborb isn't defeated by that point?
After 4 turns, Olimar returns to the field.
Okay.
If the Bulborb's still alive, that's your problem.
I mean,
Cool.
why wouldn't you kill? Why would you kill the Bulborb? He's cool.
Anyways, Ultra Spicy Spray. Olimar powers up the Pikmin, adding +1 to each Pikmin's throw damage per set. 15 purples now deal 12 damage to proc instead of 9. This lasts for 2 turns, starting the turn after this is used.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
yeah. This is how power buffs would work if they worked per set instead of like all on one group.
And
So
it's a
how
good
about
thing
if they were
don't.
Yeah, because this can go nuts. That's why this isn't Eden's Blessing. This is Olimar and only does 1 POW.
Yeah. Anyways, Olimar. Hey. This is a weird one. I'm kind of thinking like A or B tier, because like it's clear this character can definitely do some pretty good stuff. If you can get it going. The main thing is you have to get it going.
I think the main thing that makes me lean towards B is because he gets shat on by AoEs. HUD.
Yeah. He does have some protection against that with the, only 3 groups can get hit by it, but even then, you're still taking some decent losses out of that.
Yeah, like if you
say
get
that about
hit,
a lot of characters, but yeah.
like here's what I'm seeing. If Ballyhoo uses damage dice and rolls a 9, you're kind of just screwed.
Okay, in my defense, Olimar, once he is going, is really hard to stop. And it's not Pikmin if things don't go wrong. In Pikmin,
Yeah.
things go wrong all the time. You can have a straight bomb rock in the middle of your
Yeah,
squad.
no, it's
I'm
accurate
fine
to the
with what-
character, just, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if there's just, a tier list ranked on how much I like the character, this would definitely be way up there, but as it stands, I'm feeling the B tier, just because it kind of takes a while to get him going, really. Even when you do get him going, you still have to spend time throwing or swarming all your Pikmin onto the baddie.
I'd say a high B tier because I feel like he still has some pretty strong options.
Yeah, he's got some strong stuff, just, it
Yeah.
takes a while to get it going, whereas other characters can get it get stuff on similar skills going a bit more reliably.
Yeah, I absolutely see the potential. It's just that it takes a while, and if it's stopped, he's kind of just screwed, and it doesn't seem like the hardest thing to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does start with 50 Pikmin, though. You do have to keep that in mind. He is already halfway to max potential.
He has a decent start
Sure,
for
yeah.
it, which, yeah.
So Olimar's B tier. What do you think about that? The two voices in my head.
Oh, wait, I want to be a voice in the head. I want to be a voice in the head.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Today on the Balance Podcast, we witness ML's descent into insanity. Anyways,
Let's go!
next up is
Really
It only
Mirror
quick
takes
Kid.
40 episodes, but he can finally no longer deal with us arguing with each other.
Right, so, Mirror Caleb. I believe... So, Mirror Caleb is Caleb but swapped with Fleck, aka the big bad from, at least one of the big bads from Caleb's Dreamland conflict thing. Obviously not the main one, that's the division. But, regardless.
No, that was a
He
slap,
knows if he
actually.
wants the next division turn.
Yep. In any case, Bear's moveset is filled with constantly moves that inflict powerful statuses, both on himself and others. The newfound hybrid of Tornado / Mirror contributes greatly to this playstyle, alongside his mechanical launch. He'll take advantage of the massive output that the Orb of Potential can produce. Air Slash. Having never created the Parasol, Mirror's honed his wind abilities and able to properly attack with it now. Creating a wind blade that can cut through anything, he attacks 3 piercing damage. Target has a shield, this costs an extra 3 FP and also hits through the shield, dealing another 3 piercing damage directly.
3 piercing damage twice. Jeez.
Yeah, though specifically against shields, it's like this. It's like surprise attack, but it's 3 piercing instead of 2 not piercing. Pretty good deal, though, I would say, considering how much surprise attack costs.
Yeah, this is really expensive just to add an extra 2 damage to the shield. What?
Yeah. Whack.
Anyways,
Cyclone. Dizzy for 3 turns. You can't go wrong with it.
Yes.
Mirror Code. Spiteful for 3 turns. Pretty good. Reflect Familiars. Mirror summons 2 Reflect to act as shields. These Reflect can be assigned separately to anyone on Mirror's team. Each one can block a single hit before vanishing, but they also have permanent deflect, allowing them to counter projectiles as they break. The Mirror uses Mirror Code while any Reflect are active. Deflect is turned into Reflect for the next 2 turns. That's nasty.
Maybe just a little bit. But just that uses just
even if any Reflect are still active, but there can only be 4 out at once.
Oh, these are shields.
Yeah, looks like you got 2 1-hit shields for use of this move, and the 1-hit shields have deflect and potentially reflect. Pretty strong.
Okay, I'm looking at the next move. I know this is technically not as efficient as just striking the opponent for 8 damage directly, but holy shit, that's a lot of strike charge.
Yeah, plus 8 strike charge. Strike charge is very funny in that it's not it's not better than just doing damage for the most part. I think the best use of it would just be to proc Rampage, but and
I
also
think the other best
if you have buff booster synergy, that's a good one. But
yeah, I think the one main use I feel this, say for Rampage, is time looping it.
Yeah, true.
You just loop this on a way cheaper move.
Yeah. In any case, potential drain. Using the wand he built around his orb of potential. Mirror manipulates the potential of an enemy, stealing it for himself. Inflicts lock for 3 turns, while Mirror gains potential for 3 turns.
You'll steal it. No one will ever know.
Potential makes it so your moves can't do less than their default damage. I can't imagine that's going to be a problem with that strike charge, but hey.
Hey, I like potential. It's a funny.
Yeah. I think it's probably not the most well used on Mirror in particular, just because his one damaging move is piercing already, but it's still good.
I mean, at least it's a power buff.
Yeah, it's already a +1 pass, and I can't complain too much. Plus, this is also his 6th special move, so you can just not bring it.
God.
Anyways,
So the
Final
Master Soul
Smash
gives him.
grants fast, +2 efficiency, and +2 power for 4 turns. Not much to complain about here.
Yeah. What I can complain about, however, is the Birthright, which is 2 status pluses on the most annoying move and +1 POW on one of their attacks.
Yeah, I can see that.
What annoys me is that I don't like it when Birthrights just do 2 different things at once.
I feel like this is the worst case of that, but I can see what you mean.
Yeah. I just pick one, please.
Anyways, Eden's Blessing. It gives a free reflect. Yeah.
That's what you're waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, there, Caleb. Yeah, I don't know. Just seems pretty solid overall. Probably A or B tier.
I think the Flex Shields probably put him in A because that is potentially uncountable if Unstable Code has taught me anything.
Yeah, I will note you do have to spend quite a bit of FP to keep these things going, just because, one, the move costs a lot, and also to make them reflect, you just have to use Mirror Code. But even so, that's still quite good. So yeah, A tier seems about right. Even besides that, you still got good options in Cyclone and Mirror. You still got good options to make the opponent really not like hitting you with Cyclone and Mirror Code, which is always good, and then potential Rampage Enabler with artificial potential. Yeah.
I'm currently looking for what deflect is on the sheet because I could have sworn that was just projectiles don't do anything.
Deflect is just spite for projectiles. Reflect is the one that reflects your projectiles back at you without you taking any damage at all.
Okay. Just checking.
Alright. Next up, we have Primrose. Another Caleb.
Is this? Yep. Even more TTC.
Yep. Right. So, this Caleb is a cat boy that also has a tentacle parasite. Wonderful.
Perish.
Right, so, tentacle capture. Deals 3 damage, infliction, snared for a turn. Yeah.
Really funny looking at this going off of the TTC Stingray tentacle capture.
Eyes open. Grants 2 stacks of Swift. Has a turn cooldown of 2 turns after the last stack of Swift is used up. It does the job. Bluster deals 4 projectile damage. And Wind Swipe deals 4 contact damage, inflicts bleed for 3 turns. Can also instead deal 2 weapon damage, but inflict dizzy for 3 turns.
I assume the oh wait, that is 3 turns of disease. Shit.
Yeah. Huh. Oh wait, these both have priority, I see now.
Oh.
That doesn't make it good, but like, I see why it costs that much now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Final Smash deals 5 fixed damage to all targets and permanently inflicts Torn.
Death decrease.
So basically, just the opponents have -1 death forever. Which, I mean, it's fine for a Final Smash, I guess.
Yeah.
Not the most exciting thing ever, but it does the job. Birthright. Eyes open grants an extra dodge charge. That seems obnoxious.
Oh, that is 3 dodges in a row.
Yep. Anyways, Eden's Blessing is a 3 FP heal and 6 turns of FP regen.
Alright, so gonna be honest, I think he just kind of gets carried by the potential of Eyes Open.
Yeah, Eyes Open seems like his only good move, not going to lie.
Yeah, and I don't think it's enough to push him up.
Fine. Bleed and Dizzy are fine. Tentacle Capture is okay in PvP, not really in bosses since there's no ult effect here. Yeah.
Alright, so, okay, I'm gonna need to look at Mario's Festival real quick.
Huh? Alright, what do you want?
Luigi Kirby's typing.
For real.
They did not fucking talk. Wait, put it on speaker.
You are.
Here's the thing, you don't even have to cook it. You just assemble the thing and throw it into a toaster.
Yep. And he couldn't even manage
Don't-
that. Anyways,
Literally just make the
Primrose.
sandwich.
All of you, I beg you.
What now? No. Anyways, Primrose feeling a C tier on this one. Eyes open is a good move. That's also his only good move.
Cannot get far without more good moves.
And it only
But at
really
least you-
works on Primrose, so it can't. It's kind of falls in the same category as one of the previous Caleb's game, where it kind of only really helps himself out for the most part.
Yeah, it's not really impressive. Same for that one. But
Yeah,
anyway,
this kind of man.
Pinball Wizard.
For what it's worth, eyes open, it seems really obnoxious to work with, but yeah.
Wait, I realized the one usage of this character. Because because this is a part of a series of Caleb's, this technically buffs every other Caleb by merit of being able to use Gaydog to pull this.
Yeah. In any case,
Sometimes I question how we
Pinball
like Gaydog
Wizard.
too, but like, edge.
Alright, just recall this one being one of the more interesting ones from Tux, so this will be interesting.
Alright, we'll
It's a
come back
form
to this
changer.
recommended badge order.
And each form has a different delayed ability, which I believe you can activate at any time to do funny things.
Kinda funny.
Right. So first off, we got the pinball form. Each time you do something, the charge goes up, and the higher charge when you use this, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 damage, and alongside Dizzy on the higher charges. But if you let this go on for too long, it'll deal 5 recoil to Arcade. So don't let it do that. And also, that's a free 5 damage plus 2 turns of Dizzy if you're willing to wait every 5 turns. So hey, pretty good.
Yeah, just launch the thing at him.
Flipper deals 4 damage, inflicts Dizzy for 2 turns. Oh yeah, funny. I believe this is a funny one. During the original submission for this kit, this dealt double damage to anyone who was ball shaped.
You know,
I'm gonna keep that, but that was very funny.
I like that. Like, there is so many characters this hits.
Yeah, it's not like Garfield's Spider Swatter, where like there literally no spiders. This one would actually affect a lot of people because hey, there's a lot of Kirby fans around here.
Amazing.
Yeah. Any case, equip bumper. 1-hit shield that reflects attacks. Pretty good, I would say.
Yeah.
Rollover bonus. Arcade switches his attack in a circle around himself. Granting a rollover bonus that, when activated, an opponent's attack steals 3 HP to them. It's not protected from killing blows since the regeneration occurs after the damage. Okay, so it's like a counter that steals. That's a sap attack. Okay. Kinda neat.
Sorry if I'm not saying too much. Cherry just dropped a challenge menu.
Ah, cool. Wait, challenge menu?
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Go check the Firefly list.
Okay. I'll look at that later. You gotta do this right now.
Right, sorry. I'm sorry. I saw the thing. How can I not look at this?
I mean, understandable. Just God, everything's happening today. Anyways,
It all started with the subway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyways, final smash. Deals 20 damage, distributed evenly across the opponent, or 10 damage to only one opponent. Inflicts Dizzy on all opponents for 3 turns. It feels like it'd be okay if there's exactly 2 opponents. Other than that, not great. But yeah, whatever.
Who are these 2 opponents in particular?
Tetrad form. The delayed ability is the Zone. This move charges in 4 stages, going up a stage every 10 damage Arcade takes. Can be activated any stage except for the first. 2 charges grants 2 moves next turn. 3 charges grants 3 moves next turn. 4 charges allows you to take 2 moves this turn, not including this move. So, funny.
Oh,
It's like
okay,
Dice's
so
Mushroom Orb.
top meta threat MP Dice is in shambles. But, like,
Yeah.
this is actually a really good passive. You get extra moves just by playing the game. But the
Yep.
problem is that you're playing as a support in this form.
Yeah, you got 5 HP, you heal 3 HP to all allies, and why is this the form that triggers on every damage you deal? Because this does not have any damage dealing moves. That feels
Yeah,
like a
this
bit
is
of a miscalculation.
This feels incredibly tragic, because this could have actually been the start of a really cool character.
Yeah, I mean, the pinball accelerator is still good, though.
I mean, fair. But,
Yeah.
like, damn it.
That was, I hate to see it happen. Anyways,
Yeah.
delayed ability, Centipede. This move charges in 8 stages, going up a stage with every 5 damage Arcade takes. Can be activated at any stage. The Centipede has, varying amount of HP and power depending on how much charge it is, and after taking 40 damage, that's a pretty beefy summon.
The 8 HP 4 power centipede.
Yep. First you got the anyways, as for the special moves, you got the Ghost, which summons one of these guys for 3 FP. You got Blinky with 1 HP and 2 POW. Pinky with 2 HP and 1 Def that can inflict 2 turns of Heartbreak for 3 FP, and also dodges every other attack aimed at her. Kinda neat. Inky has 2 HP and 1 POW, can only base attack, but gains +1 POW if another Ghost is active.
TTI.
And Quiet is 4 HP and -1
Hello.
Def, and it can inflict Dizzy for 3 FP.
So for what I'm seeing, you basically are just permanently dizzy while fighting the pinball wizard.
Kind of, and that's not a place you want to be, but it is an effective strategy.
Yeah.
At the very least, they're permanent dizzy while Clyde is active. Yeah.
I mean,
Although
like,
Ghost
all their
cycles
moves in
between the 4
general,
of them, you don't choose.
they got a lot of focus on the status.
Yep. I mean, what, you got the pinball flipper and the yeah. In any case, Voss Shield. Or Voss Shield. Either way. Summons a small replica of the Voss and uses the bounce attack attack he's targeted with after any target breaks after 1 use. I think this is the same as the equip bumper. So yeah. Invasion.
Yeah.
2 HP, 2 POW, and cycles through inflicting a turn of burn, frostbite, or sparky on each attack for 2 FP. Decent enough summon. At least for the cost.
Yeah.
And I can't get mad at 4 FP.
Yeah. Deals 5 damage to all foes and inflicts slow for 4 turns. And not that great, honestly, but eh.
Yeah, for perspective, I think it's better just being Soul of Dark. Oh, wait, it got changed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
still, I
maybe
think the
Emerald
other
Star.
immobility soulstones are probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also high
Yeah,
TTI.
just being
Isn't- Oh, wow.
Despite the nerfs, it still shreds through hordes effectively.
Yeah.
In any case, it really isn't a great character, but I feel like a solid B tier on this one. Just if nothing else, the dizzy and the bumpers are really annoying to deal with, and form
Yeah, the
and
passes
also
are
all
really
these delayed
good,
abilities are
and you
pretty
can
solid, and you don't
effectively
really
make-
have to spend FP for them. So yeah.
Yeah.
Passes are really good, and you can effectively make the opponent not play the game in due time, depending on what form
Yeah.
you take.
Almost leaning on A tier on this one, honestly. Though I feel like in particular the Tetrad form is kind of disappointing.
I put it in
the
B because
Tetrad
I
form
am
had like
so
any attacking moves to take advantage of the passive. It might breach into A tier, but as it stands, it's just kind of a wasted slot.
yeah. Like, the wasted potential makes me angry. Like, I like the character.
Yeah, it's definitely an improvement over a lot of Tux's characters. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like there's something you can actually do with him, you know.
Mhm.
Anyways, next up, we got one of mine, Purple Ribbon. This is the second magic character I made.
They're purple. They don't know anything.
My heel Whirple.
Into the
Yeah,
bag you
so-
go.
I didn't really have any ideas for purple ribbon for the longest time. Like, I barely had any ideas for white ribbon until I thought of the meta progression idea. But, and purple had even less to work with. But, once I started making stuff with magic, it's like, maybe I can make her a magic attacker. And here we are now.
The magic attacker.
So, yeah, you got tension magic. You probably know the deal with this by now. You get TP and you got a magic stat, and you can use badges to improve your magic. And you can also guard and get a lot of TP.
What can you do with this TP, you may ask? Wait, what if you moves?
Anyways, first up, you got Ribbon Wrap. It works pretty much like the rest of them do. Yeah. -2 pounds, they're immune to immobilization, otherwise it immobilizes them until Purple Ribbon gets hit. But all their moves get worse while she has someone wrapped, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Any case, Rude Buster deals 5 magic damage, which is actually 6 damage because of how magic damage works.
In hindsight, you really probably should have made this stuff calculated based on magic.
Yeah.
This is kind of complicated to explain on the third stat talk for perspective.
Yeah. In my defense, at the time, when I was making Pink Ribbon, a lot of her stuff was like, it did a lot like, say Heal Prayer, it healed by 5 plus magic HP, so at the time it made sense to make this, the same sort of thing. 5 plus magic damage, I can see why that's a problem now, but at the time that's what made sense to me.
The worst part is I don't think we really have a way to reasonably change this either. There's too many magic characters.
Yeah. Well, it's not the end of the world. Anyways, Crit Bow.
I don't know.
I made this for like one challenge in Melodia's camp that got canceled after one challenge. In any case, it deals 4 damage, but every 6 shot is a critical hit that deals double damage. This will cycle regardless of whether or not she actually hits the foe, and she can miss the crit. And we'll need to loop back to it. That's it for
Susie
the
was a
damage
boss.
Purple Ribbon has. The crit is moved 1 shot earlier. So, it's actually every 5th shot that crits. And if you have 3 magic, for example, every 3rd hit will crit.
So what we need to do is give them, let me count. 1, 2, so if it's 6, that would be 5 points of magic for it.
Yeah, you need to give them +5. Yeah, I think honestly, Crit Bow feels like it probably takes a bit too long to scale. Like, I'm not too familiar with TP, but you would have to spec a lot into making this like semi-consistently proc.
He has a point.
Soul Charge. Gain +3 enchantments. Like, that's plus
Sure.
also, enchantment will only be consumed. Also, enchantment will only be consumed from Crit Bow if the Crit Bow actually crits.
So that's temporary magic. That does technically mean you get it in 2 Crit Bows.
Yeah.
Yep. Soul Charge will almost always guarantee critical hit on the Crit Bow. Just it will use up the Soul Charge and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This probably goes pretty well with that one
I'm
badge
not entirely
that
sure if it's fully worth it, but since this is specifically double damage and not +4 damage, you could probably do funny things with that.
Yeah.
With how much you need to use magic to make this work, what would be really good with the Crit Bow? The magic converter.
True.
3 magic pluses and magic converter probably makes this work somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also like pretty expensive.
I mean, I totally spent 20 BP to melt my opponent in seconds.
You could equip 2 power pluses and mega attack and deal the same damage.
Okay, but screw you.
How dare you?
Anyways, now onto the magic spells. First up, we have Red Buster, which deals 3 piercing magic damage twice. Or rather, 4 2 piercing magic.
I mean, hey, it's good damage.
Yeah,
I can't get mad at that.
Yep.
Wait, is it
Pretty
piercing
solid
damage?
for the costume.
Oh, that is 8 piercing damage. Shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
8 piercing damage for like what? 8 FP is that the equivalent of?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah,
you gave it a defined cost. You know what you just did?
I took this from Red Delta Trio, so don't blame me on this one.
Yeah, blame
Now
someone
I'm
else.
just going to do.
God. Anyways,
Yeah.
next up we've got Supercharge. Grants Accelerated for 1+ match turns. Accelerated is just ready up the status.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This has a niche given the fact that Ready Up is like 4 BP.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean-
it's nice to have. It's not like it's that
Yeah,
much BP.
I know. It can be nice to have. Like, probably not game changing, but like, I'm not gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ribbon Yeets. Purple Ribbon grabs Ally with her trails, trapping them until her next turn while she winds up, then launches them at full force, dealing 12 damage to the foe. If Purple Ribbon takes enough damage to release Ally, this move is cancelled. If this charge time is sped up, the ally doesn't become trapped, it will instead become dizzy for 2 turns due to Purple Ribbon's recklessness. If Purple Ribbon has a full wrap, however, she can instead use this move to heat them out another field, dealing 7 damage to both of them. It still has a charge time though, and since the foe is only wrapped, it'll be much easier to force Purple to release them.
Yeah.
Eh.
I mean,
That is
yeah,
plus
this is
7
good. This is really good damage, honestly.
Yep, if you can pull it off, pretty solid damage. Just mind the turn cost.
Yeah,
I think
like-
they pull it off
Accelerator's there
more
for,
times than
honestly.
not due to the 7 trap.
Also, the
Oh,
wrap
wait,
version is fun.
wait. Oh, you
Anyway.
could just hit them in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the wrapped version probably is really good with accelerated. Like, that's just
Yeah.
like 7 damage to 2 opponents. That's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
screw these two
just
people
mind you, you gotta
specifically.
set it up with Accelerated. Get it already going. But hey, if you can get the setup going,
Yeah, you
Really
have
good
to.
damage.
No, it's a really good move, but it's inherently screwed up that Red Buster is probably better in a lot of cases.
maybe. Oh well.
Okay, but what if I have a bunch of crit charges?
I don't know, use a credit bow or something.
Anyways,
But
last
But
up,
this
we
will
got
deal more
Persistent
damage.
Soul, which grants Immortal for 2+ match turns. While Immortal Peril badges are disabled, but Danger badges still work. 3-turn cooldown after Immortal wears off. We'll note that this costs
that a-
double the Lone Warrior's cost, counting for the FP to F to TP conversion. But also it scales with
Yeah.
badge, which makes it very good. This can
Yeah,
also be used to
scaling
revive a-
Immortal is really funny.
Yep.
System.
Especially when you consider the soul charge right here. Yeah. You can also use this as a
Yeah.
revive, but also purple will take massive recoil damage if you do that, so be careful with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, Birthright. While Purple Ribbon has a foe wrapped, her attacks no longer cost more FP against that foe, and will deal +1 damage instead of -1 damage. Basically making Ribbon Wrap
Oh,
actually
that is
kind of worth it
mean.
to use.
Damn.
Ribbon wrap, but awesome.
I fucking love ribbon wrap.
Yep.
Evil ribbon wrap be like an actually good move.
Eden's Blessing. It's TP instantly. And then lastly, we finally got we finally have the third sister for the Charming Bravery Buster, which is 12 magic damage plus charm for 3 turns.
TLDR, you don't get to play the game.
Yeah, no.
Because bear
Yeah.
in mind,
That's one thing this character does seem to be very adept at, is annoying the opponent and then having like a really damn good way to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Crippo, Redbuster, they've got some shit.
Yeah. This is well, I think Purple Ribbon is still pretty much the only like dedicated offensive magic character so far. Most of the magic ones tend to be leaning more on support.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
but yeah,
I mean,
this
I'm
is
excited to say
definitely a
she's A
strong
tier.
showing for offensive magic. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, she's got good damage all around. Rude Buster and Crit Bow are both good. Red Buster and Ribbon Yeet are both good. You also got Supercharge in case you want to do that. Immortal, everything about Immortal.
Yeah, Immortal is a very fucked up status if you can abuse it, and especially
Yeah.
since it scales with magic. You
Like,
could
have
you
you
could be the
seen what-
fucking annoying asshole
Yeah, like,
with
have you
it.
seen what Lone Warrior's been doing in the finals of the LK3v3 metagame?
Anything with Immortal is going to be pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, we got robbed by the monkey sub so hard.
I will say, Purple Ribbon, probably doesn't use Immortal quite as well as Lone Warrior does, just because, one, she has to spend a lot more TP for it, and, two, I'm pretty sure if Immortal doesn't have some kind of, Invincilock sort of deal, that's, wow. Why the hell would you do that? But,
Yeah, no, like it definitely does have Invincilock, but still, being able to have a long, continuous period of Immortal is just really good.
Wait,
Yeah.
we can remove the Invincilock by pairing them with Axanon and having them use their final spell.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. I mean, like, even once the Immortal does run out, assuming they're still alive, they can also just, wrap the opponent or just, kill them. They are very good at
killing
killing.
them is a valid strategy,
Yeah.
Just kill them to death.
So, anyways. Next up, we have Apollo. The original Apollo this time, because, somehow this ended up in here after Tainted Apollo.
If I had to guess, it was mainly because of beer.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure it had something to do with that, though Soulbard came way before Apollo or Tainted Apollo, so I'm not sure what the deal with that is.
Yeah.
In any case,
Mhm.
Thief Away! Apollo steals away a choice of either a badge from an opponent, going from lowest to the highest VP, a regular item they're holding, or steals an opponent's special move as they use it as their own, and use it as their own for the next 3 turns. 20 turn cooldown immediately after 3 turns are up, and she gives back the opponent's badge/move.
They'll steal it, and no one will ever know.
I like how they give it back. Oh, here you go.
I know it's for balancing, but that's very funny.
Yeah, no. I know it's for balancing. I remember there was an exhibition fight with Vigilante Monica where they used a soul stone that let them eat badges. That was fucked.
Yeah.
They paid good
Yeah.
money for that. Wait, what was it they used? That the opponent used?
Anyways,
I'm looking
Stealth
it up,
Eyes.
actually.
Gain Invisible and Magnetize for a turn, and anyone who attacks Apollo gains Dizzy for 2 turns. However, Apollo also gains Dizzy for 1 turn. Invisible plus Magnetize, especially with another effect attached onto it, that's pretty solid, I would say.
Yeah. It's basically just team-wide invincibility
Yeah.
outside of AoEs.
Knife Flurry. Deals 1 extra damage to a single opponent, inflicts bleed on them for 3 turns. And distribute those hits to 3 other opponents if you so choose.
I found what got used. They discarded the opponent's defend plus. That is 15
that
FP
one
for free on
hurts.
the
In
That was
any
one
case,
Haribo's paycheck down the drain.
Knife Flurry feels like one of those weird. It's still like bleed gets inflicted on all the targets of the move. This actually is one of those cases where you might actually consider using the spread version.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I should probably get back to looking at the doc.
Yeah, realistically, I'd guess that it'd probably inflict bleed based on how many hits. But also, it's not specified. So,
Yeah, that is
Ooh.
leave for 3 turns to 3 targets. Wait, that just power creeps Talos. What the shit? Wait, hold on. Talos does 1 more damage. Never mind.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Sharpened Blade. Gains piercing for 3 turns and plus 3 charge. Indicates to decrease the power of Apollo's moves or automatically removed when using this move.
Yeah.
Eh.
It's decent. I'm not sure if 9 FP is it's
Yeah,
weird
9
to
FP seems
quantify.
kind of on the pricey side for something like this. I mean,
You know.
I can kind of see it, like, piercing for 3 turns is 3 FP, and then plus 3 charge is 4 FP. But
I don't think power removal is 2 extra FP, though.
yeah, it feels. I can kind of see it, but also at the same time, I'm not sure if I'd want to spend that much for it.
Yeah.
So for
Can't
move
even make
5,
a fortune file
Apollo's the
scenario
one inflicting Neko on themselves. And given the fact that Cat Eyes technically counts as the move, a Neko move, for the purposes of what gets replaced with Super Bell, what exactly happens to Apollo in this case?
Apollo gains. For the purposes of Neko, I don't think Neko does anything on yourself. But the opponent gains charm while Apollo has Neko, so yeah. You should have just made a cat lover, really.
You know, that's a fair point. actually.
I mean, it does the same thing pretty much. It doesn't really matter, but also,
Yeah.
In any case, Birthright. You can switch your class from Thief to Ninja for 1 FP. You can swap back anytime, and when swapping, gain a whole new moveset. Oh boy, that's a lot. Alluring Steps. Gain fast and speed up for 2 turns. Speed up, probably not worth it, but funny PvP. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Basic
Fast.
maneuvers. Dodgy for 3 turns. Yeah. Smoke Bomb. 5
Yeah.
damage plus blind for 2 turns. That's mean.
You'll never be hit.
Shuriken Flurry. 2x2 piercing and
Yeah, but what
deep
if
cut
I
for 2
have
turns.
accurate?
You
Yeah.
go to hell before you die.
And lastly, you got Breaking Point. When inflicts weaken and broken for 2 turns. That one's honestly, I feel like that one's the main one you'd even want to use this form for than the Birthright.
Yeah,
like-
this is a very basic as shit kit otherwise.
Yeah, the basic
Yeah,
combo just feels better. Like even just
I
Sharpened
think the
Blade and
only
Knife
thing-
Flurry is pretty solid as a whole, despite how expensive Sharpened
Yeah.
Blade is, and
Right?
you can be very beat. Like the Stealth Eyes just kind of outclasses most of these options. Except maybe Smoke Bomb.
I mean, I guess you could argue that like Stealth Eyes has Invincilock while the Dodgy doesn't, but also
Look,
Yeah.
there comes a point in time where you have to just use Lucky Day. I think
Yeah.
this is one of those times.
Anyways,
Yeah, true.
Eden's Blessings, I think allows Paulo to use one of her regular moves and steal something at the same time, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
so,
that is a lot of stuff.
I don't think the Birthright kit is very good, but what do you think about the base kit?
I think the
We
base
got the
kit.
Final Smash.
Yeah.
Final Smash?
I mean, like
Oh,
what?
I didn't need that.
Eight
Deals
piercing
AoE and steals a special move from each foe and allows her to use it for her own for 3 turns and inflicts deep cut on all foes for 3 turns as well. That's pretty strong.
Honestly, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like what
Yeah.
for a final smash? That's like a surprising amount of damage, and it even has an extra effect on it.
Yeah,
Come on,
14
Tito.
damage, assuming nobody heals from deep cut.
Yeah. But yeah, as for the base kit, it's pretty good. I think the biggest problem is that it's very expensive. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, like I think they're gonna run out of steam fast, and I don't think they have many good cheap tools. Like, it's not like a Bowser situation where they're clearly designed with that ethos in
Yeah.
mind. It just feels like it happened.
yeah. I
Kind
think
of awkward,
the
honestly.
cheapest move is Knife Flurry, which, that's a decently cheap move, but also not one you necessarily want to be spamming, because bleed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
To
don't
get the
want to
maximum
be.
effectiveness out of it, you're going to be wanting use Sharpened Blade to get the charge, and yeah. I think it beats here on this one.
Yeah, I'd probably be tier.
It definitely helped that the Birthright did a bit more for the kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the birthright gives them an entire new move set, and the and the fact that we were just like, yeah, it's mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that was like the base kit, I probably wouldn't care that much, but like, that's the Birthright kit, and it feels worse than the normal one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyways, next up we have Shiver.
From Splatoon, released on September 9th, 2022. Only 2 months away from the 000 rerun.
Wow.
November 30th, 2022.
Alright, so passive here. Shiver always battles on her writing on her Megalodon companion, Master Mega, who has 10 HP and 0 death. Both can be targeted separately with healing, statuses, shields, etc., but Shiver can only be hit with projectiles or weapons. Master Mega takes any and all contact attacks for her. When Master Mega gets to 0 HP, Shiver falls off and has to deal without him, removing access to 3 of her moves. Master Mega recovers and Shiver gets back on after 3 turns. Master Mega technically counts as a shield, meaning some category badges can't be used on him, and other badges don't affect him directly. Also, all of his attacks use Shiver's power. Despite this, Master Megas can't be instantly defeated by Shield Breaker, and Armor Spread is incompatible. Okay.
So she just casually has a Megalodon on hand. Got it.
Yeah, theoretically this is a 10 HP shield, though in practice I feel like it's an electrified situation, really. And if
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
does
like,
happen
here's
to
the
destroy
thing.
Master Mega, Shiver's kind of just left without a whole lot, as far as I can tell. Because
Yeah, I think it's basically just like it's kind of a passive, but all it really does is make it so that Shiver gets needlessly fucked over by AoEs.
Worth mentioning that it's even
Well,
worse.
not
The
necessarily.
electrified
The thing
argument's
is,
even worse because in the event that once the thing gets broken, they're just kind of screwed for 3 turns.
yeah, for what it's worth, though, it does take attack. The attacks it does, it is technically a shield for direct attacks, so those kinds of attacks will hit Master Mega and not Shiver. So there's some potential with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I still
I
don't
just-
think I would want this passive, but like it does technically have an advantage.
Yeah.
It feels actively detrimental to like most of the time. Okay, not most of the time, not I'm realizing, but like if the Megalodon dies, you're just kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, like
true,
what?
but
Fan
just
of Punishment is the move you have when Master Mega goes down, and it's like fine. So like, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
That is also
great
still an
too.
inherent shield to the character, so there's that.
Yeah, no, it's a 10 HP shield. I mean, at the worst case, if they're hitting Master Mega, they're not hitting Shiver. So you have that much.
Yeah.
All right, let's actually see the kit.
Anyway,
Yeah, actual kit.
Shark Fin Slash deals 5 piercing damage for 5 FP. Apparently, you can just get that. Whatever.
Huh.
Inknado. Grants airborne for 2 turns. Cool.
Tornado Leo,
Master
and
Mega
they
charges
shoot
for a turn
lasers.
Master Mega charges for a turn before firing a giant laser. Steals 5 piercing damage to 2 targets. If Master Mega is still airborne from Inknado, and only Inknado, this attack does 2 more damage.
Okay, now hold on. Why would you use this over the Shark Fin Slash?
I don't know.
It has the
Technically cheaper
Inknado
than doing it
synergy.
twice.
It has the
technically cheaper
Inknado.
than doing it twice, but
I mean,
Yeah,
here's what
like-
I'm seeing. Sometimes it's just way better to just kill off one of the targets before focusing on the next one, since you're gonna have to deal with both of them hitting your shins in the first turn.
yeah.
Yeah,
Eh.
it also. I mean, like what?
Anyways, Birthright gives Master Mega more HP and compatibility with summon badges, though not any power plus P or summon strike or whatever. HP plus P only
Didn't
raises
s-
HP by 25%.
Didn't say Water Candle was an exception. I'm
Oh,
having
God.
2 of them. I don't think it even does anything, but like 2 of them.
Shark Teeth is 1/6 scaling damage. Cool. Final
Probably not the best
Smash.
thing to have in a blessing.
Deals 5 damage. And
Amazing.
then they deal 3 damage 3 times to 2 targets. Shiver also gets +1 POW permanently. This also activates Fry and or Big Man's Final Smashes if they're on the field.
That is a very potent effect at the bottom, depending on what the
Yeah.
Final Smash is actually do.
Right, so Shiver.
I'm gonna be
I don't
honest.
think Master Mega is as much of a downside as you're making it out to be, but I still don't think this character is that great.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no,
Master Mega aside, what are you really doing with this character aside from raw damage?
Yeah, and not even like that good raw damage. Like they have like a 3x2 and then a couple piercing. And like like I think even without Master Mega, I'd say this is C tier. I think Master Mega just kind of cements it there for me.
Yeah, C tier seems just about. God dang it. C tier seems just about right.
Yeah.
Work with me, House. Dude. Alright, next up we got another one of mine. Clank Step Neo.
Clanking out.
Thanks, Step Neo. Apparently this boss was considered too hard.
Oh fuck yeah, no, now I remember.
Yeah,
God.
the team did not have a great time with this one.
They had a
someone
guy
in chat.
with 5 POW, and they still couldn't just stop focusing on the summons for 5 bloody minutes.
Yeah.
Just bring an AoE 5-head. That's something.
In any case,
I can't believe
Shock
this.
Knock. Deals 2 damage and inflicts Q-Volt orange or blue for 3 turns. Q-Volt is, you take 1 damage a turn, but if your move makes a condition, the damage per turn will increase by 1.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, and you can make
Yeah.
it purple too to increase the damage even further.
Yeah, it effectively becomes toxic at that point, or rather radioactive.
Yeah, doesn't it ever
Radioactive is a
stop
status that is
scaling?
This one? No.
Hmm,
You know, if
damn.
radioactive wasn't Uber, it would probably be a war crime.
Yeah.
I
Also,
would
you
know.
can
It
also
has
make
something
this...
that-
You can also make this a dual attack if you want for extra 2 FP.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Anyways,
hey, more damage.
Hey! Neon Timer! Quick Step inflicts you take orange or blue on someone for 3 turns. Whenever your move meets the condition, instantly triggers all of your end of turn effects.
I sure
Ooh.
do wonder what you want to use this move for.
Yes, I really do wonder.
It eludes me, okay? Why would you add such a useless effect to your move?
Clock Block. Quick Step protects himself or an ally with a Clock Block, which is a 5 HP shield, but when it's attacked, the full attack and has all of their end of turn effects activated immediately.
Odd effect. I wonder what you want to do with it.
Yes, I do wonder. Anyways, Wachitaki V1.5. You get a 6 HP, 2 power, 0 to F someone, which can use Arrow Dab, which is bleed attack, or Slow Down, which inflicts use stun blue or orange for 3 turns. However, these guys have permanent slow. Although it'll always be able to move the turn after it's summoned, or the same turn if Summon Strike is equipped.
Oh, I see what you want to do with all the double time. You want to make him block bleed more.
Yes, totally. Anyways,
The earn
that's right.
synergy is off the charts.
Clankstep Neo starts the fight with a fuse box on the field. The fuse box cannot act, but with it on the field, Clankstep Neo's moves are all powered up. Shock Knock gains +1 power and now inflicts Q-Volt purple. Neon Timer inflicts Q-Tick purple. Clock Block has +1 def, and the Wachitaki's Hockey V1.5 Stop Snap is no longer slow. There's a catch though. The fuse box is also targetable and has 6 HP. When destroyed, Clankstep Neo's moves return to normal, and the Stop Step goes back to being slow even if it was already summoned. They'll respawn after 6 turns and destroyed.
You know, I complain about it doing so much things at once, but realistically, this is honestly a pretty good way to go about the everything at once build, right?
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
targetable
I-
summon, basically.
yeah. Tying it to a summon is a unique way of doing it. It makes it worse, but also it makes it feel more reasonable.
Yeah, it actually
Especially
makes me
since these
fine.
effects are actually pretty strong for the most part. Like, Shock Knock becomes
I know.
very strong.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, losing slow on the summon is also kind of insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that would
guy
be a
has
pretty
a
good one
Hugh
to have.
status.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anywho, Eden's Blessing. When you use the side of his use, Clankstep Neo's moves now inflict red, green, and yellow hue statuses instead of orange, blue, and purple. Using another Eden's Blessing will turn hue statuses normal. It's a simple thing, but hey, might be funny. Q-Volt red on the boss sure probably does something.
Green and red are funny hue statuses, but at the same time, it's hard to find places for them.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you can make it work, it works. Overclock. Gives everyone on the field Q-purple for 6 turns. Might help your foes a bit, but as long as you got allies on your side, this should be way more beneficial to you than them. I hope.
Reminded that this had to be used just to end the
Final smash with the downside.
swap SD code.
Right. The overclock was planned. What wasn't planned was the Doom Timer, because these guys wouldn't stop. Right.
We're pacifist.
God.
If you
You're
beat
pacifist.
100 boss fights without dealing damage, you unlock the secret dating sim.
God.
Whisk, you saved us. You're a pacifist.
Anyways, yeah, thanks, FDO. I feel like A tier on this one. Maybe I'm a little.
Yeah, I'd say like
Yeah.
low A, high B. I could go with either, honestly. They got some funny shit.
All right, I'll be back in a
The
second.
question how funny it is.
I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Go. All right. Just unpause and come on. Work. Come on.
Come on, Frank Stepneo, you gotta get in the feeling. No, you can't make Maggie and Bagel go first.
Hey. All right. There we go.
All right, who's next?
Next
Oh,
up
wait,
is
no.
Maggie and Bagel. I don't know how we got here.
So,
but
for what I know-
they stole a slime from Project Beer and a gold fuzzy from the Red Peak. And here we are now.
The duo.
Oh yeah, I remember these two from the first Battle Party Deluxe one.
Yeah. Yeah, so first up you got the Slime Shield, which is a 4 HP 1 death shield that also protects the character's summons, which is pretty nice.
That is.
Yeah.
Wait, how much FP is that?
6
Six.
FP.
Yeah.
It's
No
a
wait.
slightly
Plus 2
weaker
FP for also
Brazilian.
protecting your summons.
Yeah.
I guess I can see the usage.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Really
Fuzzy
quick.
Wuzzy, which grants Fuzzy for 3 turns.
Yay.
Mize's Dream grants payoff and 1 coin heart, which can be given to anyone. Coin heart means so when you take damage, you get 30 coins. It's neat.
Probably been good combined with the payoff, which you kind of have to also be hit for.
Yep. Leeching back.
Yeah.
Deals 3 damage and restores 3 HP.
It is
Well,
a
no.
better Zap Tap.
Yeah.
Yep. Fly Resurrection inflicts Dizzy for 3 turns.
Casual magic Pikmin fight.
Yep. Invading
Yeah.
Horde. But Bagel calls resistance and a Fuzzy Horde has drive in 4 turns. Once the Fuzzy Horde arrives, I deal 4 accurate piercing damage to all enemies, and if there's only 1 enemy, this is 7 damage and also heals Bagel.
Oh,
You can still move when the Fuzzy Horde is planned to arrive. Ready up reduces boost by 1 turn.
Okay, that is actually really potent if you can get it down to the point where the sapping damage applies. But even then, it's a field clear.
The 7 accurate piercing sapping is pretty good.
Yeah. Especially for 5 FP, even with the turn time, but you can still act.
Yep.
Yeah.
Summon Buddy. 6 FP move that summons
That
either
would
a
just,
Slime
like,
Bunny with
act
3
over
HP,
them.
2 power with Toxin Touch, or a Fuzzy with 3 HP, 1 piercing power that heals for the damage it deals. Move has a 2-turn cooldown, but hey.
Yeah.
Eden's Blessing grants someone a 5 HP shield, and when that shield is destroyed, the person destroyed it gains 3 turns of charm. Kinda nasty,
Roll.
actually.
Oh lord. You can't play the game.
First right allows Slime Bunnies and Fuzzies to gain 2 turns of Fledgling when summoned.
You know, this is probably pretty awkward now, the fact that we have Fledgling Totem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any case, the Slime Bunnies in these can evolve multiple times though, which I assume is the main benefit. Got the Slime Flemish Giant, which is Piranha Plant that also evolves to the Slime Killer Rabbit, which is 5 HP, 3 piercing power with Toxin Touch that also inflicts bleed when it attacks. And can even use Bloodthirsty Strike for deep cuts.
Yeah, the bleed and poison just counter with each other infinitely.
Yeah.
Rolled.
Memed.
Meanwhile, the Fuzzies, you have to pick which unique Fuzzy can be chosen when it draws near. You get the green Fuzzy, which heals the damage it deals, that can also split into 2 to make another green Fuzzy.
Amazing.
The Flower Fuzzy has 4 HP and 2 POW, which steals FP instead of HP when possible, but otherwise steals HP when it's usual. And can use Shockwave to deal 2 electric damage to all opponents. Simple enough.
Rumor has it, this one has a kill count.
And then the Big Fuzzy has 5 HP and 2 piercing power, and honestly, I don't know how you'd use this over the Flower Fuzzy. It has 1 extra HP, sure, but, yeah.
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 Anyways, final smash. Bagel and Badgies only get caught inside of a giant ball full of slimes and fuzzies, and it rolls on all opponents, dealing 5 piercing damage, inflicting flattened, toxic, and life leech for 5 turns. Pretty potent.
Which,
Yeah.
so what are we thinking about this character?
Yeah, they've got
seems fair.
some
enough.
stuff.
There's some nice stuff. I'd say, well, I'd probably give this about a B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Nothing super amazing, but nothing wrong with it either.
And it gets the job done, kids.
Good thing. Why is my mouse having such a hard time today? Excellent.
Okay, what did you do to Watchtower Blade?
I dropped Magic and Slime somewhere. I don't know where now.
Hold on. So,
Okay,
viewers, can you find Magic and Bagel?
God dang it. Okay, there was Ink Slime before, because that's probably where they are now.
I'm looking it up. Search, find, ink, slime. Sits. It would be character number 760. It's in B tier by Swap Bell and Zipcast Bandana.
Okay, cool. Magic and Bagel don't seem to be right here. Crap.
You know, this really does feel like we're gonna have to make the viewers play Where's Waldo here whenever we drop the tier
Okay.
list.
I'm playing Weird Swallow right now.
God. Is this really just gonna become Find Groudon?
Maybe. Just give me a moment here. My mouse has been malfunctioning a lot lately. Where let's go click when I'm still holding down the freaking click button.
You might want to get that checked. Like, straight up.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't register the clicks at all, and it's really annoying. At least the trackpad still works in case of emergency, but that's kind of also a pain.
Alright, as to try to help find where these two went, are you using your image of them or the one on the dot?
I'm using my image, yeah.
That makes things slightly harder, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They did drop them in. Alright, just making sure I didn't just accidentally not drag him into the tier list, but
I imagine the
found
viewers are probably just gonna be. Oh, there they are. We found Waldo, guys.
Alright. Okay, that took longer than it needed to, but yeah, cool. Swap Fuzzy Dice is up next. Oh boy, this one's a bit of a funny one.
Alright, okay. Be honest. Did you or did you not use a badge you really shouldn't be having yet on here?
I plead the fifth. Anyways,
Well, still you
Swap
two are
Fuzzy
dealing
Dice.
with it.
Fuzzy and Roll are two separate characters that can act and be targeted independently of one another. Each is half the max HP and half the power of a normal character, with Fuzzy getting the extra HP and Roll getting the extra power in the event of odd numbers, and they share an FP pool as well as all their badges and items. If they have Soul Stone equipped, either of them can use it. Power buff supply is normal to the die that gets them and don't affect the other die, while base stat changes from badges do. You can choose whether Fuzzy or Roll moves first between the two of them, but they must be adjacent in the turn order. There's one
Given the
exception to
fact
the
that they
badge
share
rule.
their badges and Oh, sorry, continue.
There's one exception to the badge rule, and that's with badges that increase max HP, as well as Soul Heart and Mana Shield. For these badges, you must choose whether Fuzzy or Roll against them. Badges that decrease max HP are still split evenly.
So I'm assuming that this is how you actually make HP and FP plus actually. Oh wait, never mind. FP plus is still shit.
Yeah. But, they can do funny things with Life Extender or HP plus, so, yeah.
It finally has a use, folks. Let's go.
Alright, so, first up, you got Fluff Smack, which, deals one direct non-elemental damage because these two only have one power by default because there's two of them.
Man.
Anyways, next up you have Enchanted Snake, which deals one damage twice and inflicts -1 curse on each hit. Not winning any
I
awards,
assume
but hey.
Yeah, Pal's already calculated, I take it.
Yep. Fuzzy Boost. Grants Fuzzy for 3 turns. Because I need at least one Fuzzy Dice to actually inflict Fuzzy. Anyways, that's where you get the funny stuff with Fuzzy Dice. You have the magic dice. With this move, Fuzzy rolls a special magic dice, enchanting one of his or an ally's badges. Enchanted badges have much stronger effects, may also cost more BP, meaning in order to equip it, the person taking it will need to dequip some of their other badges. There are 3 main enchantments that Fuzzy can give any badge, which go as follows. Cost Cut, which reduces the BP cost of the badge by 1. Great for making space for other badges. Cannot make a BP badge cost negative BP, but can reduce it to 0. Stack Up makes the badge act as if it has an additional duplicate. This, of course, doubles its cost, but cannot exceed stack limits. And the Effect Enchantment grants the badge a totally unique upgrade. The effect this has on the cost varies based on the badge, and this can usually only be applied to one any given badge. When a badge is enchanted, it enchants all copies of the badge on the character. As of right now, Fuzzy can only enchant badges on the main badges and the dice, but more badges, such as the rewards and bosses he takes in, may also be added in the future. It is less meta progression and more. I was too lazy to make all the badges when I first made this character because there's like a million unlockable badges.
Amazing. All right. So, folks, here we can see LK abusing the fact that he could just. Oh wait, hold on. This is not the good charge yet. Shit. We'll come back to this later.
Yeah, so
Wait a minute, that's not the podcast
all the
established cost
attack
of
badge
12p.
upgrades are limit break, which increase the stack limit by 1. And if you give the third dual attack, you get quad attack.
Quad attack jump scare.
On a similar note, you also get hyper attack on the power attack. You get smart attack, which I think is pretty neat. Inflicts a status the enemy is weak to for 2 turns for 6 FP, and if they have no weaknesses, inflicts dizzy for 3 turns.
Debatably even meaner than whatever you can. It's debatably even meaner than whatever you can inflict on them.
Yep.
Honestly.
Light speed attack, as they might attempt to make sonic attack even remotely usable by making it 1x5 scaling with super priority, without actually increasing the cost of the move.
Oh yeah.
Explosive attack, which is 4 AoE for 8 FP. Pretty standard. You got Shatter Attack, which deals 4 piercing damage and inflicts Broken for 6 FP. And then Drain Attack, which inflicts 2 stacks of Life Leech.
Oh, that
Despite
is.
the quad attack sitting a few floors above, this might be the best one.
Maybe a little bit.
Anyways, the Danger Badge is also have some good stuff. You get I'm not gonna go through every badge individually because they're even just the regular badges. There's still a lot of them. But you get your counters, you get your piercing, you get honor bound, but on defense. You get this deleted badge I found, but I made it actually function.
Alright. Mirror will only fire out when you leave danger or die. Any damage that is more than what is needed to send you into danger will be halved and stored in the mirror. Holy shit, this badge probably works.
No longer crashes the Sims.
Oh yeah, status reversal I think is very funny.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, folks. Oh wait.
Also, Soul Saving notably costs plus 3 FP compared to Fuzzy Frenzy, but also gets rid of Fuzzy Frenzy's biggest weakness, which... And Fuzzy Frenzy is a freaking cracked badge. Already.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah, that basically just kind of wins automatically.
Also, Red Rush and Last Breath I think are both very funny as well. Believing peril, a power buff remains, but the amount is lowered by 1 each turn you're not in peril.
You know,
And
debatably
Last Breath
speaking, this is
is,
probably the strongest of them.
Sans Undertale. Let's see, I got, multi-badges, they're not too exciting. You got some power buffs, and, Bolted Focus is probably a war crime.
Perish.
Defense attack is basically just guard into Shield Bash. I made this before Shield Bash existed, though, so, yeah. I stole this deleted badge from Pensal for, Quick Guards upgrade.
You know, this is one of those badges where while we could bring it back, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no. We've suddenly realized that, Oh yeah, guards are actually kind of strong now if you build into them.
Honestly, it's not even that. It's just every support character just gets +1 defense forever.
Yeah,
That is unhinged.
for
What the
what it's worth,
hell?
this
We allowed
is
that at one
more
point?
than. For what it's worth, this is more than Defend Plus at this point. This is +4 BP on a 2 BP badge, but yeah.
Definitely
It
worth the
also
extra 1 BP.
activates all guard stuff. That's the really stupid thing.
Yeah, just put on a
Exactly.
super guard and suddenly it becomes better.
Alright, but hear me out. Use Gap Guard.
Also true.
Use Gap
Anyway,
Guard to make the
speaking of
opponent
super
want to
guard,
kill themselves.
super guard gives you a 1-hit shield effectively.
That
Zap
is-
Guard's upgrade makes it actually usable.
The upper echelon of all Crusade Sims badges. You can actually use it.
So true. Item coupon is kind of neat. Your next purchase after the badge is enchanted is half off. This badge is removed afterwards. So basically, it's nice if you have item token. If you decide to bring an item
Yeah.
token with some coin spreads, hey, you can use this.
It's worth mentioning that due to updates to how item tokens work, you're gonna need a way to get the coins.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know, maybe just bring a Monopoly card and one item token and use the item coupon to do something funny.
Okay, fair.
Anywho. Fast item. This is a war crime.
You know, debatably speaking, as much as I hate fast attack, this is probably one of the few fast occasions where you can actually make good use of it.
Yeah. Category booster I think is interesting. When enchanted, pick a category. That category will receive 2 weeks healing and damage and +2 stay restrictions, but the other categories will go back to their normal effects.
Cat booster seems nice.
Yeah.
That definitely has some war crime potential.
Here's what I'm seeing. Most usage of item booster is going to be for healing items.
Yeah. Then double your healing items.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You probably
on
also
to the
have
new
some
move
stupid
badges.
stuff with some
You
of the
got-
damage
you got
items.
You got your soul focus. Soul HP is always nice. You got your utility appeal. Utility is always nice. You got your encore. This just felt like the natural evolution of rally, honestly. You got your crit charge. It's a crit charge. You got your barrier. You got super armor. It's very funny.
It makes this badge actually usable.
Curse and
Yay.
off guard become shrink attack and soft attack, which are interesting.
God, soft attack.
Yeah, soft attack is kind of actually really good.
You may have made a mistake here, I'm gonna be honest.
You know, I'm only now noticing that I forgot to update this for the buff charge and build up buffs. Yeah. Oh, I'm on the wrong account for this. I have 2 accounts. Oh well.
No, we can't get the
Just know
doc
that these
edited
are supposed to be 3
midstream.
BP and not 2 BP. In any case, PFD down. Risky business, just toned down a bit.
Fast but oh wait. Mini crits but owie forever.
Yeah. Raising defense. Oh, this became an actual badge, and also one that's 5 BP and not 3. And also you still get P down D up with this, so oops, this might be really cracked. HP Leech and FP Leech basically just exist to break the game.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, like, all things considered, there probably aren't that many characters that can even hit those thresholds. But hey, for the ones that
Yeah.
can, it's probably real fun.
I think it's the other thing is that these are good if you have multiple HP or FP drains equipped, because you hit the cap pretty fast in that case. You don't see it very
True.
often, but it is a thing you can do.
Yeah, mostly because of the cap.
Yeah. HP plus and FP plus are +1 max HP and +1 max FP per turn. You see, now FP plus is worth running.
We finally did it, folks! A reason to actually run these things.
Flower Saver basically gives you nice flower fuzzy insurance.
Nice.
Perfect Rush. Yeah.
You know,
I said we weren't gonna go through all these
differently
detail,
after the
but,
massive argument
oops.
that was It's definitely after that massive argument over not adding a badge like this to the.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you can say
On the
where it
note,
would have went.
perfect stand.
You know, honestly speaking, I'm surprised this one isn't even a thing yet.
Yeah.
Mostly because it would probably be really toxic if you could find a way to
Yeah,
like
pretty
really
much.
abuse it.
I mean, fair, but if we're valuing it at 4 BP,
Yeah. Anyways, blooming power. You now lose FP after attacking instead of before. This makes flower power usable.
amazing.
Flower shield falls into flower armor, which makes it so that flower it works basically the first 5 damage you would take each turn, and takes from your FP instead of your HP. So it's a bit of a side grade to flower shield, but I mean it'll probably protect you more overall. Though you might also lose your FP faster, so keep that in mind. Might go well with that flower protection though.
Yeah.
Anyways, airtight defenses. Airtight. Power buildup. Grants +1
Anger.
charge each turn you don't attack.
That is funny.
Percentage pity is pretty good. You get FP equal to half the damage you take, rather than just 1 FP each time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah,
single multiplier. Nugrin's mini crits the single hits instead of +1 POW.
Cheeky.
Oh. Oh, God.
Happy mana. Yeah.
Perish.
Flowering Soul. Whenever you use your Soul Stone, restore 3 FP. Nothing super
Centric.
amazing, but hey, it's fun the Speedy Soul, so
You know, here's the point where I'd say this probably gives Sword Ulysses a lot of utility, but then I realized that you'd have to be using Speedy Soul on the 1-turn cooldown zone.
Yeah.
Maybe with
Crazy Heart.
Fire.
Crazy Heart and Crazy Fire. I think this isn't entirely clear in the descriptions, but instead of 1 HP every turn, it's 3 HP every other turn. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty
It's
pretty
better.
solid. I think it's overall a 1.5x buff, I believe.
I do appreciate how one looks more crazy than the other.
Yeah, I made the sprite for Crazy Heart, but not Crazy Flower, because Darkstar Mario has Crazy Heart and not Crazy Flower, and yeah.
To me, Crazy Heart is just normal heart.
Anywho, Lucky Shot. Pretty lucky now also grants Luck Up.
Oh,
Damn.
dear heavens.
Confusing
Oh my
Day.
god.
It's Braid of Confusion Lucky Day. Let's go.
War crime.
What are you doing?
War crimes. Also, I think this now makes it the most expensive badge at like 10 BP, huh?
Yeah.
Like, Contractor Omega doesn't count. I refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Contractor what?
Feeling fantastic. Yeah. Old feeling fine. Let's go.
Technically. Oh, wait. Never mind. I read it. I thought it meant to add an elemental mean. Oh, God, that is actually just feeling fine.
Yep. Burning Shield. Grants Burnified. Frosty Shield.
Alright.
Grants Frosty. Electric Shield. Grants Electrified. These badges will never be good.
They
Zap
will
Tap.
never eat.
This
I
badge
can't
can be
believe
good,
the
though.
Frosty one might be one of the better ones. That's funny.
Zap Tap dub.
Yeah, Tech Tap. That affects all attackers. Have fun with that. 6
It
Fang.
actually does shit.
Grants permanent Contagious. Contagious, if you recall, is the status that makes it so that direct attackers get all your negative statuses.
You know, that'd be really
Oh,
funny if it wasn't just specifically direct attackers.
Yeah, but
I
what can
cast
you do?
Disarm. I cast Disarm on Trunko.
Wait, no!
And
yeah,
I
so
cast
it's
Taunt.
On the note,
Ow!
Potent Poison Power and Vivid Vile Vigor now give +1 of their respective stats per negative status you have. Have fun with that.
Garnish Patch's Wish.
God.
Uber Plus is a real thing now. Oops.
I mean, on the plus side, you ended up predicting the BP cost.
Yeah. Thorny Leech. Now restore FP equal to the amount enemy cost increase.
I hate this badge with all my might.
Happy Heart P. Someone's also store 1 HP per turn. Lifesaver P. Someone's special moves also cost 1 FP less. Elemental Shield. Someone's now immune to all negative statuses. Oh yeah, all
Amazing.
the dice have their own unique effects too. Hyper Candy. All candies now grant a unique now grant a fast charge. Chaos D6. No longer limited to the same category. Still can't reroll itself and can't reroll other badges into soul stones. The demonic
That is
one
really
can
broken.
now go
probably.
one above the stack limit.
2 close calls. Let's go.
Hell yeah. The Rig D8, after the potential remnant incident, I'm realizing it should probably cost more than +1, but no longer it is as a
Look, I'm
stat.
just saying. This is the first time D8 has ever eaten. Let it
Yeah.
have this.
Peekaboo.
Ignore that it gets a good jump scare.
Yeah, so Peekaboo just lets you tattle the foe, pretty much. It doesn't even cost more PP to do it.
I mean, hey, that's a free power spotter. And a death
Yep.
spotter.
Appeal attack. Badge attacks now recover 1 FP after use.
Potentially funny.
And for every additional appeal attack, badge add 1 FP.
Free dual attack!
Triple pain! Let's go!
Yeah.
Anyways, then you also got cosmetic badges, which if you want to spend 3 FP on these, go ahead.
I mean, honestly speaking, there's probably at least something you can do to duplicate the upgraded Rochambeau badge, since that technically just screws with the turn order on the spot.
Theoretically.
So there was a lot of badges there, and I think the biggest conclusion is anything that screws with badges is bound to be pretty strong.
Yeah.
I will note the main thing is
Yeah,
that Fuzzy Dice effectively can only you see, all these costs I've specified that all these cost plus a certain amount of BP and stuff. The main thing is that Fuzzy Dice can get to any of these badges. The main thing is that it costs you have to use cost cut. Essentially speaking, you have to use cost cut, say if you want Soul Siphon. You have to use cost cut 3 times and then use the funny effect enchantment. So it takes a while to get some of the better effects, but at the same time,
Or,
it's
I
a
mean,
permanent
couldn't you
buff,
just
so.
run in with, like, a incomplete badge loadout? Like, could you theoretically do that?
Theoretically,
I was
yeah.
thinking about that too,
I
honestly.
mean,
There is
those theoretical
there is
big
also-
mistake those I
Well,
have.
yeah, I will note you could also just equip one of your previous badges to equip a new to let Fuzzy Dice upgrade one of yours. I don't know. Let
Wait,
Yeah.
the scratch work, I
this
guess.
gives an actual usage to HP and FP plus, because you can just have those on hand and then equip them if you need to.
Yeah. Just
They have
cost
uses
cut is-
even outside of the upgrade. Yo!
Yeah. The main thing is just it is going to take time or other sacrifices if you want to make this work, but if you can make those work, pretty solid move overall.
You know, I do feel it's worth noting. We're only on the 3rd special move of the first of the 2.
Yes. Don't worry though that it doesn't really get any crazier than that.
God.
Anyways, magic transfer. Fuzzy grants roll some of his mana, gaining transfer towards roll for 3 turns. Thanks for if you want roll to play a bit more like a normal character.
Amazing.
On a note, use roll's move. You have the glove grab, which traps the foe inside a 5 HP hand, which must be defeated to release foe. And one who wants a hand automatically, it's go after 2 turns that used against boss inflicts -2 pounds instead of trapped while it's alive.
Also amazing. Get the
Next up, you
pink
got Pink Power. Rule casts a spell on himself and an ally can be fuzzy, granting both of them besties for 3 turns. Great for healing and damage.
Yay!
besties.
Next up,
You know,
have
I'm
Magic
realizing
Hand.
this color pink is hurting my eyes a little bit.
Yeah. Magic Hands. Summons 2 3 HP, 0 death hands, and mimic Roll's current POW. This would be better if Roll didn't have 1 POW, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Aside from base
But I
stacking, the
will
Magic
use
Hands can also use
transfer!
items. Aside from base stacking, the Magic Hands can also use items owned by the Fuzzy Dice. If Roll uses Glove Grab while the Magic Hands are on the field, they'll be trapped by both the Magic Hands instead, meaning 2 targets allowed to be defeated in order to release them. Though this doesn't prevent the Magic Hands from moving while they're active. He can also make the hands let go whenever he wants without taking up his or the hand's turn.
And then we got the never gonna give you up move.
And then lastly, Never Let Up. Let's roll after one turn of charging, revive Fuzzy, and specifically Fuzzy.
You know, I'd like to imagine that they pull out the magic hands and are just shaking them to wake up.
Possibly, yes. Boost Ride! I don't know how good this is. Fuzzy and Roll now have normal HP, but whenever one of them takes damage, the other also gets hit for half the damage taken. Same also applies to healing, however, so use that wisely. Also beware of AoE attacks.
Honestly, probably pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd use it. Solid B tier birthright.
Eden's Blessing. Distorts 3 HP and grants plus 3 max BP. Doesn't have to be used on a Fuzzy dice if you don't want to. And lastly,
Nice.
Fuzzy unlocks the true power of the magic dice, allowing it to bypass PvP caps, so it must still obey stack limits. Meanwhile, it rolls magic hands for both magic hands move, and Glove Grab now have double HP and double rolls POW.
So normal POW.
More BP more bad shenanigans. Certainly can't be a bad thing.
It does seem like a
change
funny...
any badge for free. Well, not for free. You still have to spend free FP, but like you don't have to build it up with the cost cut anymore.
Yeah, it's a funny character. I like what they got. I feel like the main issue just tends to wait on. What would the main issue be? I'm not sure actually. And I'm forget it. I had a thought.
I think is that a lot of the main thing I think with Swap Fuzzy Dice is that a lot of characters, that have to that do bad shenanigans, kind of have to spend all their time doing bad shenanigans. But Fuzzy Dice doesn't really have to do that because Fuzzy can do his bad shenanigans while Roll goes on the offense or or tries to do stuff with pink power or whatever it may be.
I do feel like one thing that does hurt, it does take Fuzzy a bit to get things done, which kind of just hits him a little bit when you have to consider the fact that he's running on half HP to start.
Well, true. But like I said, you still have Roll who can help solve for time with Glove Grab or go on the offense with Magic Hands.
Yeah, fair.
Roll being there is notable because a lot of setup characters kind of they use all their time to set up, while this guy has options to be attacking, contributing while setting up.
Yeah, it essentially just kind of it's kind of like a summoner in a way. I feel is the best way to compare it to. Because like you have one guy in the back just fucking off, and then you have some little guy who's actually doing stuff.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Silly little guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would put these two in like A tier. The passive can definitely make them a bit frail sometimes, but at the same time, it's hard to deny just the potency of having two people on the field, especially when one of them is a Fuzzy Dice with Magic Dice.
Fair enough. I feel like one of the things I do want to point out is that the half POW stat doesn't really work too well, given the fact that some of the moves actually kind of rely on that a little bit. But
yeah,
I'm just saying, the fact that you need a move just to roll. The fact that you need to use transfer for that, though.
I mean, sure, but still. We'll also bring up that POW buffs that Roll gets the extra POW in the event of odd numbers, so it's not quite as not necessarily as big of a downside as it may seem at first. But yeah, it's an odd character. It's hard to. I feel like I haven't really gotten to use them at their full potential yet.
Have you ever used
I
them,
did beat
actually?
Jawbreaker in a 1v1, so that's gotta be worth something.
You beat Jawbreaker and lived to tell the tale?
Yeah.
God fucking damn, this bitch is cracked. SSST.
God.
Honestly, that feels like probably a good place to end it. I don't see any huge standouts coming up soon. So, except maybe.
I was gonna point out Isaac, but then I realized it wasn't.
I completely overlooked Isaac. Yeah, we could go to Isaac.
Okay.
I don't.
In any case, yeah. Next up, we have Page Not Found. Lovely. I guess we're going Isaac next then.
Alright. Rayon's first character is going in band tier. Amazing.
Yep. Anyways, yeah, Isaac. Oh boy.
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a school top of a hill.
Mostly offers as an attack powered guy, but I think he's got a couple other things. First up, you got Sky Attack. Deals 5 damage, and if Isaac is in danger, this is accurate and inflicts dizzy for 2 turns.
It's danger character, it seems.
Yep. Next up, you got Rushdown. Deals 2 damage 3 times, and if you're perfect, counting first turn, the first hit deals 1 damage, and if you are in danger, the last hit deals 3 damage.
Ready?
So
Not too much
yeah,
changes.
despite the name
Let's
Rushdown,
try
you
it
actually don't want to be rushing down with this. At least not right away.
God.
Your turn.
Me,
Isaac
the
grants
heart
an ally an
container
extra
strats
turn.
go crazy.
Isaac grants an ally
God.
an extra turn and takes 1 recoil damage. Yeah. Simple enough. It's a rally. Slightly recoil.
He slaps
Keep it going.
himself.
Isaac grants the target 3 HP and HP regen for 3 turns. However, if the target is in danger, this heals for 4 HP and grants super HP regen for 2 turns.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good heal, especially on the danger version. Super HP
Probably in
regen
practice.
is actually really good.
Let me count that real quick. That's an extra 5. That's a 90 heal in practice.
Yep. Determination. Crit charge. If used on himself, becomes mini crits for 2 turns.
Crit charge. Punish this man. Punish this man right now.
Anyways, Eden's Blessing. 5 HP and +1 power for 3 turns. Simple enough. Birthright. Gain 1 stack of sturdy every 6 turns. However, Isaac cannot have more than 3 stacks of sturdy at a time because Battle Party.
You know, this feels like strictly better saving grace.
I can confirm.
You can, on the note, Battle Hard.
This
If
was
Isaac has more
different.
than 1 HP, attacks a normal defeat, Isaac will leave him with 1 HP. Cooldown of 3 turns. And you cannot stack this with saving grace.
Wait a second. I think Mother Effer, does this just break past the Mega Rush ban?
I don't even think that was the
No.
intention. But, like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? No, we're betting him at night now. Screw it.
Meanwhile, badge bans.
Anyways, Golden Heart. Through sheer strength of will, Isaac, and a desire to protect his friends, Isaac grows determined to end the fight and grows 2 giant and permanent pair of wings that boost his speed immensely, giving him permanent fast. Additionally, if Isaac has his birthright equipped, it now only takes 4 turns to give him more stacks of sturdy. So have fun with that. Silent Smash can only be used once in danger and used up a full turn to activate no matter what. Incompatible with FS meter. Yeah, it's hard to argue with permanent fast.
Yeah, that is permanent fast.
Yeah.
I have 2 stacks of permanent fast.
If you can maintain it, then you can't just become a force to be reckoned with.
Yep. I'm thinking between. This is a weird one because, like, I'm thinking between A and B tier. I'm kind of leaning towards A tier just because a lot of stuff does pretty decent stuff in danger, and because of his
Yeah, like, it's a
birthright,
perfectly
he can be in
functional
danger a
kit.
lot more safely than other characters can be.
Yeah, like, it's a perfectly functional kit already, but it has a bunch of really good stuff in danger. Like, not like game-changing, but, like, nice to have.
I feel like
Yeah.
the main thing that pushes it is honestly the Final Smash.
Yeah, the Final Smash is also just, like, insane. Permanent
It's
fast
like-
is permanent fast.
It's one of those that defines the character, essentially.
To some extent.
Yeah, no. Especially, yeah, like, definitely not, like, as extreme as, like, the Hot Wheels one. I don't remember.
The Hot Wheels one. What?
The fuck?
What did I miss? What?
Fuck. It was like the Wheelie OC. That's what I was thinking of. I mixed it with Hot Streak.
Gage or wait, no, it is Caleb's. What was it like?
Yeah, Caleb's.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but I know what you're talking about. It was the permanent meltdown one.
Yeah, that was it. You know, like, it's definitely not to that extreme, but it's still just a really good Final Smash. And it also even makes the birthright better, which is kind of huge for a kit
Yeah.
like this.
I'll say A tier on Isaac. The kit doesn't really do anything wrong, and overall just some fun stuff in danger.
Yeah.
We love danger.
All right. Well, I think. Well, is that gonna add an Isaac? So, yeah. See you guys next time when we
Yeah,
look at
that's
like
all, folks.
3 PTX characters, probably.
We're gonna be ordering
Agony.
Subway for the next podcast episode. I hope to God it actually gets there on time.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty retro if it did.
All right. Well, see ya.